Sway falling, drifting, calling. The colors swirling, blooming, turning. Golden flowers fill my memories from the sky above. Da 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 da. From the moment stranger fleeting, and I arrive in this brand new feeling. Far beyond what I had dreamed of, there's an illusion shining bright. Oh, just one glistening and so was so vivid. Before me, I need that you asked me why I chased the light, and I touched the sky with aces in my own. I'm wild and free and full of wonder. I'll keep walking on. For something brighter awaits me, something new from me. I know at the end waits for me. Back in those days, I never would have seen a future painted like this for me. Maybe these days are not so bad to bright after all. Da 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 da. Wave falling, drifting, calling. The colors swirling, blooming, turning. Golden flowers fill my memories from the sky above. Yeah. Do you want me to change your life? Change your mind. Just going out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell me faking who you are inside. Can really find love if it's all just a lie. You really want to survive. The moment's now to change your life. Wanna be loved, take my advice. You're missing out if you only hide. You gotta try. Trust me, cause I'm a master when it comes to being right.
Stop thinking that you're useless, improving your excuses. Your part is just getting in the way of what matters. Don't be a total nuisance. Life ain't a fashion show, surrounding your heart with frilly cosplay. Keep this up with your feelings, and there's no way they'll reach the light of day. Who are you anyway? You just your own slave.
I'm the one aiming for the top, and no one's ever gonna stop me. Cause I'm Yuki Shirogane. Hear my heart swinging out like a sound wave.
So drop the act and go seize the day. Prove it your own
Perfectly
way.
and automated to all of my specs. But being like this forever won't ever let me love myself. Finding the real me, I'll take that step. Maybe then I can confess to her if I just better myself. Our crazy lives will keep repeating and repeating always. Knowing you gotta fake it till you make it real someday. Our crazy lives will keep repeating and repeating always. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someday change my life, yeah. Kanji English, a matter of ease to me. I'm a perfect student every way, but deep down not sure of my lovability. Life's like backgammon, you'll never win if you don't commit. It won't matter if I reach the top, if I ever want to admit this love.
Come on, anything you wanna know. Come on, why not take the chance to show? Every pitch, rhythm, and vibe inside of your being gives your life a new meaning. Why not take that chance to grow?
My style is messed up, but I'll do hip-hop. The class press can try, she might, but she'll never take away my pride. Once this is all done, we can get together as one. We'll show the real love for once, so let's start having fun. Perfectly and automated to all of my specs. But being like this forever will never let me love myself. Finding the real me, I'll take that step. Maybe then I can confess to her if I just better myself. Our crazy lives will keep repeating and repeating always. Knowing you gotta fake it till you make it real someday. Our crazy lives will keep repeating and repeating always. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someday change my life. Yeah. It's my non-fiction. It's my non-fiction. It's my non-fiction. It's my non-fiction.
You are my special. You are my special. You are my special. Tokyo Sensenkyo no Miyako.
Burn up the tree.
A little EDM with
音につまずくあの頃みたいに出戻りたいかじゃないよなくして消さ空を探してる分かってくるらせように犠牲になんてような悲しい顔はやめてよ君の最後は涙じゃないよずっと苦しく背負ってくんだ出口見えない感情メリな誰を待ってるの白いノートに綴ったようにもう素直に吐き出したいよ何から逃れたいんだ現実で扱わないために生きてるんだって忘れちゃいそうな夜の中不満になんてやってられないから軽さもないのこの想いを閉じてしまいはまだ人生長いでしょ懐かしくなるこんな手目も関係じゃ謝らなくちゃいけないよねあごめんねうまく言えなくて心配かけたままだったねあの一回書いて全部明日が帰り全部順番つけたりはしないから分かってくるませようにそっと目を閉じたんだ見たくないモードまで見えんだもん入れない噂にちょっと初めて聞く発言どっち一回あったら友達だって言いそうはやめてね赤いハートが入れ出すように体の中燃えているんだ本当は期待してんの現実で扱わないために生きてるんだってそれが見たくなるよ聞こえていますか不満になんてやってられないから軽さもないの優しさにはいつも感謝してるだから強くなりたい進むために敵も味方も関係ちゃんどうやって次のドア開けるんだっけ砕いてるもう引き返せない物語始まってるんだ目を覚ませ目を覚ませ消してしまう理由はまだ人生長いでしょうやり残してることをやり直してみたいからもう一度よこせないために生きてるんだってそれが見たくなるよ聞こえていますか不満になんてやってられないから軽さもないの優しさにはいつも感謝してるだから強くなりたい懐かしくなるこんな痛みも関係ちゃう to the ocean. Take me slowly in your arms. The truth can show me what I've done wrong. Do you see the flaming arrows in the air? It's brutal. Take me further. Save me now. So I never ever have to be afraid that I will lose my heart. Mighty river, release my soul. I need to see the world. To the unknown, I go against my sorrow. Mighty river, release my soul out to the open gold. I can stay here forever in this hollow. Oh, river, take me out, take me away, river. Oh, river, take me out to the unknown. Oh, river, take me out, take me away, river. Oh, river, take me out to the unknown. Oh, river, take me out, take me away, river. Oh, river, take me out, take me to the unknown. Take me away, river. Oh, river, take me out to the unknown. Out into the ocean.
I never. No, I absolutely did. Did I close Chrome? Yeah, that's goofy. I don't know what happened. No, that's Firefox. Oh yeah, it doesn't do it if it's not showing. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, river, take me out. Boo boo da boo. DA trying not to glaze. Cats challenge impossible.
It's not even a thought. Legitimately.
This is gonna be monstrous.
Yeah, some of these arguments are gonna be monstrous. I agree.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, sip time. Calm down.
Should I torture myself watching Cats for this?
Too late.
No. DA got 8 hours of sleep for this glorious day.
Did not.
What happened?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Cat scam bag. This is either going to be the best stream ever or the biggest scam of.
How's it gonna be a scam? We're talking about cats. You come here and hear us talk about cats.
Speaking of cats, I'm gonna play with mine. She's an adorable little fluff ball who likes hopping on my lap. Hey, it's good to have at least one good cat.
I agree. Good thing this movie had multiple good cats, such as Skimbleshanks, the railway cat.
Yo Bum started reading Ippo, and Troll Mashiba is killing me. Glad you started the journey on Ippo, because it is a journey, and my God, is it a great one to go on. I'm calling it. This stream will be at least 5 hours.
It won't be. I don't think BG could take it.
Depends on what we're hearing. I heard Young Defiant is apparently talking about Triggered, and they are somewhat having beef.
It was an off and on again thing. It's nothing.
They're now both, it's on again.
They're both. They
are. They're both cut from the same cloth. DA grinning.
Cheesin'.
I can't believe Taylor Swift and James Corden of all people are in this slop.
Sir Ian McKellen. Dame Judi Dench.
This
it's they got the people in this mug.
They got the juice for this one. Can't believe Taylor Swift. Oh, you already said that. Hi, so this is DH Day. James Corden, I can believe he's in a lot of slop. Watch or read Vinland Saga, you bums. Hey, DA and BG.
Correct order.
Vinland Saga is really good. Release the butthole cut.
Please don't. this movie is already unfinished as it is. There are, as I have watched it so many times, I counted this time at least 12 times where Monkel Strap's collar, the name thing on his collar disappears in shots. They just disappear.
Cool.
People are just in the wrong position. They just teleport. No, it's a mess.
It's a mess. It is both not as bad as I remember.
There you go.
And even worse than I remember.
A formal apology is warranted.
Disagree.
I will take that in triplets on my desk by Monday. A formal apology. Now, I'm constantly, whenever I watch cats, I'm in my own bag. I don't worry about people. This time I took myself out of that and watched it purely as a movie, just going like, what would somebody just walk in? It's terrible.
It's terrible.
But it is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I love this movie so much. It's
the reason I say is not as bad as I originally thought is because it always felt like there was basically no structure to this film.
There is structure.
But there is structure here, and there is a clear goal here.
Mm-hmm. I argue with you about that.
At the same time.
At the same time, it's executed well. And there's nothing else to talk about.
DA, frame one, you are incorrect.
You don't think that it's fine that 2 people performed and then some random chick started singing and then dudes rocked up and like, it's you. When everybody else didn't get a chance?
Young, Defiant, and Triggs going at each other is just like how DSP.
You don't think that's fair?
No.
There are so many people that wanted to perform, and they just didn't get a chance.
Dude performed actual magic to save the day, and it's like, get it, clap for this man. Thank you so much.
And Skimbleshanks had the whole club bouncing. And old Deuteronomy was excited to be like, Skimbleshanks is coming, y'all. He had that on lock. But she's saying, she was like, please accept me. And she was like, yeah, we accept you. Now get out of here.
Yeah.
You go to die. It's like, well, why is she?
You go to the reincarnation place.
But she's accepted. Why not stay here? Would that be a better? No, there she goes.
Hey, why not just give it to McCavity?
Why?
Because if he gets it, he's just gone.
Yeah.
And now there's no more slinking in the shadows.
But he didn't deserve it though, so that's why.
Deserve
You're cheap,
what?
McCavity, she said.
Yes.
Yeah. It has to be earned. And
it was earned by song and being a sad cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She didn't even really want redemption. She just was like on the outskirts, like, dang, I fucked up.
Yeah.
So
but then what is the most redemption?
And then the white savior motherfucker been like, no, accept her. I'm gonna guide her into this place to sing for old Deuteronomy, and I'm gonna make sure she gets her shot. And it was her.
It is unfortunate that she is white.
And the name is Victoria the White Cat.
What of it?
Her full name.
What of it? Grisabella's the glamour cat. Skimbleshanks is the railway cat.
But her role is the White Cat?
That's her accepted name.
And she saved the day twice.
Well, she didn't really save the day because
she started the song again for Mr. Mistopheles.
But again, if we're talking about that, if you shoot somebody with a gun, who's to blame? You, the maker of the gun, the person that sold you the gun? It can go all the way back. So let's just put it on the person that it was Mr. Mistopheles.
He was giving up.
Sure.
And she was the one that came up with the idea.
Mm-hmm. But again, the gun thing, what are we doing here?
This movie sucks.
No!
2 out of 10.
No, that's too low.
You're lucky.
You telling me when they did the Jellicle dance, they wasn't hitting that?
Why would I ever tell you that they're hitting.
You telling me they weren't hitting that?
And then there's some type of magic in this place.
There's always been magic, yes.
Because no, I don't mean like the McCavity type of magic. I mean the longer you're here, you just kind of start intuiting the words and dancing.
DA will be screaming excitedly like a little girl when there is Cats 2.
Cats to this made $3, homie. What do Cats do?
Yeah, that's
no. If you look at Victoria, she only started singing once the second hook started. The first hook she doesn't sing, but then the second hook she knows the words.
When they start the performance for Old Deuteronomy, the first performance, I don't think it was Gus, whoever it was.
Uncle Straps.
She starts doing like this, like being taken over.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's the Jellicle Moon. Old Deuteronomy said the Jellicle Moon is shining bright.
Cool. I guess that's enough of an explanation.
It did? They said it, didn't they?
DA, you are an analytical person. You have torn down a great many things. I don't know why this is the American Dad Roger thing, where this is the one character this family member does not recognize as Roger. This is the one film you do not recognize. You're turning your brain off for this.
The brain is on. Because I had that question as well. But then I learned that she said the Jellicle Moon is shining bright. And in that scene where they're getting taken over, it is quite clearly the moon is shining down.
And I guess catnip means more than the moon.
No. They weren't in sync with the catnip. Well, Victoria wasn't.
Hey man, stop saying name. Describe the cats. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should have watched the movie Cats.
And not falling asleep in it. Like halfway off. Oh yeah, the reason why we're doing is, we said it before, but the Cats came out on this day 6 years ago.
Yes.
So it's the anniversary. Hooray!
And I don't know if we saw it that week or the week after, whenever we saw it, but we saw it roughly within the launch window. Where's Maringo? We want Cat Sonas.
Maringo has 2 different emotes.
2 different emotes. Where's Chris? Hopefully sleep. What do you think of Zaz's opinion on Cats? He hates it or loves it depending on which one he likes more, BG or DA. Y'all sound crazy. 17 punched Rocket Man till Dragon Teeth vanished. That's pretty accurate.
I'm just saying. I got answers.
No, you don't. That's the thing. You said the moon show.
But it did.
You, again.
Clearly in that scene, the moon shone down. They opened it up. It clearly shone.
Okay. So we've got all these Cats things. There are some positives. There are some negatives. Should we just hit shuffle on this boy?
Yeah, we just got a little bit of shuffle.
Yeah, let's just hit shuffle on this boy.
You gotta hit the 3 dots.
Oh, thank you.
No. Yeah, right there.
There we go. I'm a mobile
so
boy.
I forced myself to watch the movie Cats.
No, it is not well, depending on what you mean, it's a literal abomination.
Wasn't good. I watched this movie in times 2 speed because
no,
I had 2 choices.
Okay, no, because you're missing the music and everything.
This is a worthless
That's so much. The dancing is amazing. Whatever you say about that, these are actual people dancing, and the choreography is
ballerina
fantastic.
main character,
Victoria,
when she gets lifted up in the beginning and her leg, I'm like, this is a nice shot.
It's really good dancing. And there's a podcast called it's called Why Is Cats?
Beautiful.
And
wonderful.
There's just 7 episodes of them just bringing people in and talking about it, the production, all this stuff. And on the last episode, they interviewed Chris Skimbleshanks, the railway cat. He was just like, "Here's what it is." They came in and said, "Do some tap dancing," and I tapped. I got paid and I got out.
Most of the songs do.
Don't they fucking
It's
don't.
crazy. because part of my issue with Cats
don't.
is I was bored.
No, they don't. They are.
Once the horror is gone, once I know what's coming.
2 stinker songs on a bad day. Otherwise, they're fine.
I got Beautiful Ghosts, and I got nothing else for you.
The Victoria version, the Taylor Swift version is kind of trash. But the Victoria version, bam. Cast 1998, there's a comparison to be made there. But for the most part, I'm on this side.
It's boring.
Correct. This isn't even worth it.
Let's hear a little bit more.
Either A, I watched the movie in its entirety. I watched this like 2-hour-long movie in its entirety.
It's
Or I could
140.
spend-
Universal Instinct Goku, Angel Seed
149,
Goku.
I think.
Autonomous Dragon Force Goku.
What did I miss, Vin? Are you
Economic
praising
Report
Cats?
5719 says,
2019.
wait, is this only 2019 and not 1998?
Yes, this is only 2019. BG only saw 2019. He didn't see. I'm not gonna subjugate him to the original Cats and do compare and contrast.
I would have been prepared to do 1998 if we would have got some 1998s.
There are some out there.
Thank you for the super chat, Balance Breaker.
And like 50, 60 minutes watching this movie that sucks complete ass.
No,
So
see, you can't do that.
That's crazy. Yeah, we can go on. Chris Stuckman. Blow it up.
Creator of Shelby Oaks, which sucked the fat one.
It does, from what I hear.
Suck the fat one.
Here we go.
I think that you're poisoning the well by showing Bustopher Jones almost exclusively, because that's one of the not great songs. There's a lot of great songs and a lot of great performances. Plus, Old Boy is not very well liked, so you're putting in the mindset of don't like this movie because James Corden is in this movie and he's Bustopher Jones. It's not a very good song. You gotta front load it with the good stuff here.
Then you can't front load it.
There's no video.
Cats was directed by Tom Hooper and is the adaptation of the famous Broadway musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber. It tells the story of a freakish cult of cats known as the Jellicles, and they're all really horny and they dance a lot.
There is no horny except for Rum Tum Tugger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the ones that want him.
There are rubbing, but cats rub against each other.
Yeah, when they were doing it, I was like, they are rubbing against Dame Judy.
Yes,
Dench.
but in a completely non-sexual way. That's just a cat thing.
Completely non-sexual.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, my God. Even the mocap, they're just having to either rub her or rub the air around her. And I can't imagine being the person that's doing that and going, what am I doing? I'll say this. Sir Ian McKellen loved his role.
Yeah.
He sucked, or the characters sucked, and all that sucked, but he was in that bit.
Yeah, everybody did their job for this horrible movie.
Horrible movie.
Rum Tum Tugger, he's fine. I think he's better in the actual play.
Elba just going meow when he was like, what are we doing?
The Napoleon of crime. He's giving it 100%.
And there's some reincarnation stuff too, so that's great. When the trailer for this movie debuted a few months ago, I remember watching it and just having a very visceral reaction to it. Like, it actually like made me sit back like in awe at how insanely awful this movie looked. And it wasn't...
I think that's fair.
No, absolutely. We saw it on the basis of this looks horrible.
I was gonna try to fight it, and I was just like, nah, because you can't even like, here's what the story is, because the movie don't even be like, here's where the story is. It's like, and it's Jellicle Cats, and people sing, and there's like no really real criteria for it. It's not like who's the best singer. There's no voting system or anything.
It is truly just old Deuteronomy going, this is the person I choose.
Just that it was...
And of course, the overarching thing is it's about redemption. She chose to redeem a person.
Beautiful story.
And all of
Themes
not
and such.
not beautiful.
Beautiful ghosts.
Basic.
Popular to meme on this movie. The motion capture work and the way the humanoid bodies look like cats, it didn't work. There was something
did not work.
It did not work.
There, like I said, feels unfinished a lot. At near the end where Grisabella and Old Deuteronomy, where they nuzzle each other, they are like 3 inches away from each other.
That's why I was like,
fist.
Are
distance.
they truly rubbing her, or just the air around her, and then it's gonna get finished in post?
Trash right out the bag. Doo-doo right out the butt. Down. Yes, we do, meme. There are a couple in here. They might be a little ironic. I don't know. I haven't seen any of them. Yeah. But, you know what Revisited is.
Deeply off-putting about it and rather horrific.
Oh, you can
see this being one of those movies.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts.
So good.
Movies that families take children to because it's rated PG, and it ends up being one of those horrifying experiences that scars them for life for a long time.
I don't
they
think
don't look
that
back.
they would be scarred.
NomithGoat5719 says, hash release the button.
No, don't. It's fine. But I don't think that they'd be scarred for life. I think they'd just be bored.
Yeah. Unless they're super into the songs.
But the story is just nonsensical. With you gotta keep it down here for kids movies. Moana. I gotta go get this thing to save the day. Done. This is just like,
you have a responsibility, Simba, to come back. Scar's taking over.
Here it's a cavalcade of different cats singing about being a jellicle, which is a made up word. And they don't explain what it really is.
And all they're doing with their song is kind of explaining who they are and what they do within the world. And that's why they're worthy of being the Jellicle Cat. I am in the kitchen and I eat and protect the family from mice and bugs.
Yeah. Terrible song.
Terrible song.
On it with nostalgia or happiness, just intense fear and dread. I wrote down some thoughts on cats. Number 1.
Hey, so people pulling out their phone in the theaters is super annoying. Super duper annoying. How would you feel about a person that is a film critic pulling out a notepad and writing on it?
I got no problem with that.
If you heard the scribbling.
It's just some...
If Dante had seen Cats, he would have included a 10th circle of hell.
Big ups.
Number 2, Cats makes Dragon Ball Evolution tolerable. Been doing this for a while now, guys. I've seen a lot of movies.
Mongo Jerry and Rumple
experienced a lot
Teaser,
of
big
things.
ups.
10 years.
Top
song, I think this is one of the worst.
If you ask me to hum the melody of it.
Mongo Jerry and Rumple Teaser. We're a couple looking... Quit change your videos. Tightrope walkers and acrobats. Come on, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. It was the jazzy. It's not. It's better. Nami.
At Racketeering-Rat says,
It's the better
best part
version.
about John Cena's retirement is the way he lost to Gunther. Worst part is that he lost to Gunther. I will not elaborate further.
We're
until
not
anyone
talking about
disagrees.
anything other than Cats 2019.
I've experienced a lot of things. 10 years. And I think this is one of...
All the single furries, all the single furries.
Oh, the single furry.
Thank you for the super chat. Oh, welcome home. DA only.
the worst miscalculations of a film that I've seen in that period. This is a film that reeks of misjudgment. Something I talk a lot about with a friend of mine who is writing, and we both kind of share ideas with each other, and we're trying to write together.
Pause.
Is
of this 6-minute and 16-second video, we are 2 minutes and some change in, and he's just now talking about the movie.
Yes.
instincts. How we can prove to an audience, or how a filmmaker might prove to an audience, that they have good instincts, that their ideas make sense, and that they are deserving
Still
of
nothing
our attention.
substantive.
Tom Hooper has made good movies before, but with a film that looks like this and feels like this,
What's the
you
feeling,
have to wonder where
Stuckman?
those instincts went. Just about every choice in Cats is baffling
Pause.
to me.
This is why I never included a Chris Stuckman video.
Yes.
Because he's completely worthless. Now, every choice is bad. And now he's finally getting into it. 2 minutes and 52 seconds in.
This guy talked kind of slow as I have sped it up to 1.15 speed.
The casting choices are odd. James Corden and Rebel Wilson seem extremely out of place, and the
I wouldn't
In
say
what way?
Rebel Wilson seems out of place. She's a thing. She's meant to be a chubby cat that just sits around, lounges, and then eats a bunch of crap.
These were not comedic characters in the play per se, but here they've taken it in a comedic direction. What about them is not it feels out of place.
Hawks, I want you to look at the screen very closely and see this playback speed.
Somebody that they're going for was so terribly unfunny that I just
See, the lack of comedy from you, the lack of laughter, does not mean the direction was a mistake. Because if
Or
somebody
something
else,
out of place.
because if somebody else did derive the laughter from that and the comedy from that, then they would go, this was a good choice that they made because it gave the characters more than whatever the play did or whatever.
At
they would do.
r.ares-queen says, DA now guys, let's watch Cats. Locks the door behind him.
Sometimes you just gotta be locked in there and locked in.
You cannot lock in the cat.
You got to.
You cannot lock in the cat.
Whatever I'm doing, anytime the Jellicle dance happens, I'm watching it. Anytime Skimble Shanks comes up, I'm watching it.
I locked up. Do you know what I mean?
No, again, this is the bad. This is bad.
But again, some people could find this crap funny, and that's
Yeah. But I'm not gonna say it's out of place. I'm just like it's not funny. You're going it's out
and
of
it's
place
not and it's not good.
Yeah. Nami says, BG, what's your favorite cat song?
Beautiful Ghost.
Not a
The
great
Victoria
choice
version.
because it's exclusive to this movie, but we take those.
Hey, that's what it was.
I know people who are fans of this musical. So if you like the music and you already know you're going to like that music, then hearing other people perform it might be your only issue with it. I know there's at least one new song in this movie, and I'm not going to criticize the music, and I'm also not going to...
How can you be a film reviewer and not know how many songs are exclusive to this movie?
And why would you go, I'm not going to criticize the music
Of the music.
when it's back-to-back, wall-to-wall music?
There were legitimately 3 songs in conjunction with
was
no dialogue between those
Grumble
3.
Cat, and then Rump Tum Tugger came up like, yeah, yo, I'm Rump Tum Tugger. Let's dance. And then he starts dancing, and then they turn their heads like, oh, it's Grisabella. Grisabella, the glamour cat. All back to back.
Back to back.
Oh yeah, you just like I ain't gonna talk about the music. What you gonna talk about? Yes, it's ugly, fine. But the music, the dancing, the choreography.
The music is legitimately 75 to 80% of this movie. How can you not criticize it? You might as well go, I'm not gonna criticize the main character. Like, that's not possible.
I'm not gonna talk about how ugly this is. Like, you have to.
You have to.
Praise this film for
People are
its music
dunking on his new movie. Yeah,
It's so bad.
Go back a little
because
bit.
for the issue with it. I know there's at least one new song in this movie, and I'm not going to criticize the music, and I'm also not going to praise this film for its music because for the most part, this movie didn't invent any of this music. It really
That
just
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They took it in different directions, I'm sure.
So this is how this man fell off when he can't even properly critique.
It's
fucking
great. It's the ease. It's the slam dunk.
It
is throwing a basketball into the Grand Canyon and winning. And he's not doing it. All you gotta do is nudge the ball.
Yeah, he needs to tap the golf ball in with his toe, and he wins the Grand Slam Cup, whatever.
That's all. And he can't.
And he's punting it.
comes down to the unintentionally hilarious motion capture work and how horrific everyone looks. And the fact that these cats are so fucking horny. They all want to fuck. Their tails are all twitchy and they're looking at each other like they're in heat.
No,
and it's just,
that's not what happened in this film.
How can you not critique? It's the easiest slam dunk. He's so worthless.
it's fucking weird. I didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. I fucking hated it. I really, really, really didn't like this movie. And I expected it to be
real Mr. Impossible, exactly like
kind
that.
of not good. But holy fucking shit, it's so boring. There's barely a story. It's told entirely through music. Characters are introduced.
I think you could tell stories through music as long as the story is worthwhile. This story is just simply not worthwhile.
Through a song. The song explains who they are and what they do. And they disappear and you never see them again.
No, there's not a character that you never see again.
I don't think there's a single character.
I asked somebody who has seen this movie at least 50 times this year. You see every single character afterwards.
That's nearly once a week.
It's not 50 then. Let's go 35, 40. But again, Rum Tum Tugger, you see him at the end. The Glamour Cat, you see her. She gets kidnapped.
Says, wait, did people go into the movie without watching the
musical? Hey, you're looking at two of them right here.
Mm-hmm. I never watched the musical before this.
I have still yet to watch the musical.
But it's fine to work your way backwards. Because it's its own thing. And it's supposed to be going out to a greater... that's how a lot of people got into Wicked, including myself. Insane pause. Nah, no more milk. Milk.
Barely a semblance of a narrative. You just understand that the cats are sort of looking for this new cat that could maybe ascend to this realm.
Oh, you did. It's barely a story. You didn't even understand it.
He didn't understand the story.
Please.
They're going to the Jellicle Ball, so Deuteronomy can make the Jellicle choice for the new Jellicle cat.
Yes, to go to the heavy side layer and get reincarnated.
Is a bad cat, and he's like, "No, I will not let that happen because I am a bad cat."
Nope, he wants to be the Jellicle cat,
dancing around like they want to fuck. And that's this movie. Like,
he sucks.
He's terrible.
I can't.
Like I said, this is why I never went to him. He's awful.
This is the movie version of Bricky.
Just nothing to say. And he's been doing this for so long. So many different movies. He fancies himself an actual filmmaker, writer, director.
Shelby,
made his own movie.
This is awful.
But this is what you got to say about cats. 2019.
It's
he did not watch the movie? That's very possible. He might have watched that trailer and just went, I'm going to read about this.
Absolutely trance-like. It is a dreamlike fucking drug trip of a movie. And I could see it having a weird cult following. I could see a ton of people getting high and watching this movie, and just like Netflix and chill is going to be replaced with Cats and get high. I really don't have anything else to say. Cats gets an F. This is a short review, I know, but there is nothing redoming about this movie. I found it.
No, you don't need to find redemption. You need to be talking about the positives, the negatives, whatever. Even if there are no positives.
Terrible.
Talk all about the negatives. Break down the scenes. Break down why this doesn't work. You just talked about Rebel Wilson and James Corden. Hey, talk about why they don't work. In this whole thing where they're trying to make these serious claims to be the Jellicle cat, they're acting all fanciful and comedic, and it's like,
what makes you think that you being a big fat cat will make Deuteronomy go, it's you?
I want that Markiplier movie to be better than his and make more money just out of spite.
Yeah,
that looks actually good.
Yeah.
As opposed to Shelby Oaks. Never watched this movie, heard it was critically played. It's terrible.
It's not. It is, but
2 out of 10.
But this month, he couldn't even be like, I like this song. I didn't like this song. It's nothing.
Oh yeah, everything's cool with us.
Come back next week for DSP.
DSP next week.
Viewer choice TSP.
No shoddy watch this movie. It's
almost zero.
Thank you for the super chat balance breaker.
You know, a
Hilarious.
review is bad when PG is defending something he doesn't like.
Because I don't mind if people are gonna rag on a thing I find bad or good, as long as there's explanations for it. I find this thing bad. Most of the people that have watched it have found it bad. It's so easy to talk about the bad of it, and he's going, they're all horny.
He gave it an F, meaning there is zero redeeming quality. You gave it a 2, which means there's something.
Yes, there are enough things of it for me to go, it's not a 1 or 0. Blanket hate is trash. And it feels very blanketed. Like, oh, this is the meme
Just
thing.
jumping on the bandwagon.
It's
Everybody hates
crazy.
it, so I'm going to do it.
All of the wrong ways. Insanely boring. The story's non-existent. I hated the CG.
The story isn't non-existent. There is a story, and you even said the story is told through song.
Even if you just look at Victoria wanting acceptance, and she gets that at the end, that's a story.
Music was fine, but it's taken from something else. This is just
But
an
it's also
embarrassing
adapted
movie that never
and
should have been
changed.
made, and I honestly am just baffled that it exists. But in a way, I'm happy it does.
Read the wiki, a la Trigger.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super
Crazy.
chat, Aries.
Just watch the movie, even if
Just
at
watch
2 times speed. But who would do that? Explain yourself, you baby!
Back to back. Thank you for the super chat, Gabo. This guy read the wiki like Trig. It's an adaptation, you dumbass. He did not watch the movie. Like, what? It would be like going, the Lion King live action movie. The story's not really original because it came from the Lion King. Like, bro, you can't.
Because I got to be a part of the conversation of this cultural moment.
You're
that
not
is
a part of the
Cats 2019.
conversation.
I don't even know if that's really a good thing. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching.
Crazy. I hate that we gave him views off this. I like Amanda the Jedi. She's funny. She's
Cats.
insightful.
Okay, so just to get this out of the way right at the beginning, I have never seen Cats. I have heard like one song from Cats because it was made fun of in School of Rock.
She's got a Gabumon plush. She's good. And I don't want to watch this because she's going to make good points.
Obviously, when they came out with this full CG monstrosity from the trailers, I was already very disturbed. And I had definitely established that I was absolutely unequivocal.
Go back.
At BalanceBreaker7772 says, remixes can slap. There is a remix of Cranberries on that slap.
Yeah, there's look up Funk Wicked, and there's a funk cover of Defying Gravity that is an absolute banger.
There's a somebody made a mashup of the Beatles and Wu-Tang Clan, and there's a song on there, Run. It's so good, but there's another song on there that I think might be better than almost any Wu-Tang or Beatles song.
The version of 1999/2000 or however you call it by Gorillaz, that's a remix. The one that everybody knows. The original one is a lot slower. But the one that gets played is shut up, everybody! She's a good creator. That's all I said. Watch her reveals and tell me she's not. I can't.
Well, we're about to.
From the trailers, I was
Pause.
already very disturbed.
Right there, you can see this is a trailer, and they cleaned this up quite a lot because her face was not that thin.
No,
but they didn't do enough because it still looks terrible.
real bad.
And I had definitely established that I was absolutely, unequivocally never seeing this movie. So you might be wondering why I saw this movie. So basically a few days ago, some of the reviews started popping out and they were critics without actually having to subject myself. Shouldn't that be just so fun? Like, it can't be that bad. Like, people seem like they're having a really good time reviewing it. Maybe it becomes so bad that it's good. So, because when I went to see Rise of Skywalker, something went wrong with the 3D, which was actually a benefit for me. They ended up giving out free movie vouchers. So I used my free movie voucher not to see something like Richard Jewell or Bombshell, but I went to see Cats. And I am mad. I am so mad. And essentially, I feel like most of the things I want to say about this movie can be summed up in this one review that I read a few days ago that is probably my favorite thing I've ever seen said about a movie ever. So from Kyle Buchanan, we have, watching Cats is like stumbling upon an unholy and heretofore unknown genre of porn. Every time these horny fur demons tongue a milk bowl and start moaning, I was certain the FBI would raid the theater. And I have to concur. So Cats literally starts with the main character, played by Francesca Hayward, who is a ballerina, being thrown in the streets in a bag by her owner being abandoned. And then obviously all the scenes of dancing start.
Oh yeah,
no, it's not. But again, you have to look. It's not just simply, oh, this is the character, this is a point of view character. That's what it is. Victoria in the actual play is just another cat that's just sort of dancing, and she's one of the kittens. She's they mentioned it a couple times. But here's it's a point of view character, but it's also about the abandonment and her wanting the acceptance. That's what the beautiful ghost is. And then she gets that at the end. And Deuteronomy's like, hey, yo, you might be angelical, not yet, you know what I'm saying? So she's getting that, and it's about that, and then she helps, and then they help her, and then she helps them, and then they help her. Why would she want to be
angelical cat?
Because it's, you know, if you're not angelical, you're going to be out there with Grisabella, so you're...
No, she was out there because she went with,
yeah, she lost her angelical status.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah. So if you're not angelical, you're going to be out there. You're on the outskirts.
No, she only lost that strictly because she was with McCavity.
I'm saying in terms of Victoria, if she does not have the angelical status, she would be out there with her.
Yeah,
but it's just like, you're either angelical in here and we're dancing, we're having fun, or you out there, you're not angelical.
No. Why would she want to be the angelical choice cat?
Oh, I don't think she wants to be the angelical choice cat. She wants to be a angelical cat. And that's the acceptance.
And I realize that this is a musical, but when someone said, no, the whole thing's pretty much singing and weird cat movement, I thought that they were exaggerating, but no, the whole thing really is singing and just cat movements. For most of the part, if there's no actual singing, there's very awkward dance moves happening.
No.
There are some awkward dance.
Okay, of course there are. There's always going to be awkward dance stuff. But, you know.
Some of the, like.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But again, if you listen to Y.S. Cass and hear the interview from the Skimble Shanks dude, he talks about how they just go, more cat, on all fours, more cat. Act like a cat more.
And Jennifer Hudson is crawling away.
Oh my goodness! What was that? But
horrible.
But there are some. But again, once you hit that jellicle ball, where it's just like 5-6 minutes of just pure dancing, including like 2 really long one shots where the camera is panning and all this. That's fantastic stuff there. And then you got Skimble Shakes tapping his balls off. You gonna sit there and tell me Skimble Shakes wasn't killing it?
Small amounts of dialogue every now and then.
Sure.
But typically, if there's actual words being spoken, they're not being spoken, they're being sung.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure 95% of the dialogue that isn't singing is just Rebel Wilson and James Corden.
Oh, an airman! Good stuff, Overlord! Hey, I passed the ASVAB test. I'm gonna be an airman. Jeez.
Armed Services, Vocational Aptitude Battery.
That's cool.
Yeah. Good on you.
I do computers. Anyone that can do that type of stuff, I'm always in awe of.
Ad-libbing.
Don't mess with the crazy cat lady.
You know, that's bad. That's really bad.
Right, well, that's not going to work, is it? That's what I say to you.
No, the trailer doesn't. The joke is good here.
That's
bad. Don't have that. I don't know why
the overarching joke of it can work.
It does work.
No, takes me out of it so hard.
And there's not that much of it, so when I say 95%, that's probably like 3% of the movie. Like, this was an absolute slog to get through.
I
am in agreement.
No!
She's kinda cooking. She's kinda cooking.
Hey, where's the BG Sims?
Right people are right people. I'm sorry.
It's already been decided.
Why did you get that twice? Thanks, relearning high school math was hell.
Boy,
Thank you for
it is the most use it or lose it thing that is possible.
I used to be in there with I was in middle school. Teachers was going, don't try this equation. And me and one other person was doing that equation. I got over 100% on the test once because there was a bonus question that did not count to it. There were 3 of them and I got 2 of them. So I got the most possible points outside of missing that one question.
At MF
I
underscore
lost
Fury
all
says,
that.
VG ain't simping because he is listening her points. DA literally simps before the video
What
starts.
was my simping? My simping was she makes good points and she
I
got
like
a top of
her.
mine. I do. She's good. She's
Oh, yeah, simp her. Oh, yeah,
How do I?
simp
Whatever.
Hated it. I almost walked out 3 different times because it was.
Very
Calm
fair.
down. Calm down. No.
Muggs was
Okay,
falling asleep.
wait. Again. I would, like I said, out of my bag, watching it as a normal person, I can see it. After the naming of the cats were just like, you're the normal cats, they have their name like George and Frank and stuff.
And James.
But cats have a secret name. I can see people.
They have 3 names. They have the name by which
Yeah,
they're named,
exactly.
and a name they can't be telling
And
anyone.
then when you go right into that, from the good dance move straight into Gumby Cat, I can see people with the horrible roaches and the rats and stuff.
Roaches were
I can
crazy.
understand that being a walking out point. But then once Jason Derulo hops on the
That's
scene as the
another one.
Rum Tum Tugger, the Curious Cat, and starts belting that out, you in the seat. You eating your popcorn. You there for life.
There's a 5-minute dance scene. Either before or after Gus, somewhere in that area.
Gus?
The theater cat.
Yeah, no, that's the Jellicle Ball where the moon shines.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can see Muggs
No,
walking.
that dance scene was amazing. That is
Not for
I
Muggs,
always
that's
stop
not-
what I'm doing and watch that.
Not for Muggs,
It's
that's not there.
amazing. Cause
For
it's just dancing. It's barely cat dancing. There's some cat dancing, but it's mostly just normal people dancing. There's a dude that start crumping and popping and locking. That's cool. Skimble
You're telling
shakes
me
is
there
there.
aren't
And he's
people
doing a
that
different
will
type of dance
cringe
move. He's
for
not
that
tapping
and
because he
leave?
doesn't have his shoes
You're
yet.
telling me
Once you
that
look at
with
Gus,
this
the
entirety
theater cat,
thing
if you look
going
at Gus, the
on,
theater
there
cat,
are
he's in
gonna
the
be
background.
specific
In a
things
couple
that
of
are
shots,
happening
you can see
where
him
Muggs
sliding his
goes,
shoes, getting
I
ready.
do not
But in
want
that
to see
scene,
this.
He is not
I
tap
shall
dancing.
take
He is
myself
so
out of this
good at
equation
dancing. He
because
can
there's
do a
gonna be
completely
time
different
where I
style of
know
dance,
there's
and he
another
can still kill it.
45
That
minutes
motherfucker is
coming
in
up,
there.
and I do not want to see another minute of this. Bro, the ball
Yeah,
started
yeah,
I'm like,
says, VG likes feet. He's a furry. Scamming for fun reasons, but he will never sing.
At that point, it's just like, man, they ain't even singing no more. It's just that weird cat move. I can
when
kind
the
of
ball
understand
started, they were it was the railway cat, and I went, oh, this movie has to be close to over. It was like another 40. I went, this is impossible.
It's not another 40.
It was like another
but
40.
The trailer is like 12 minutes.
Still,
Mongol Jerry and Rumple Teaser are better in this movie.
I will say they are not good in this movie.
You don't remember them, so you have no
I would
frame
have
of reference.
paid good money to see that dog person. I would have paid unbelievable money to see that dog person.
There's probably concept art and they were like, nah, nah.
We can't make this work. It's not happening.
It's just so annoying. It was annoying. So let's take a look at some notes here. Oh yeah, so earlier on there's this weird sinister name song and then they start interpretive dancing.
It's not.
It is kind of. It's at night. They're crawling over like cemeteries.
Yeah, because she doesn't know who she is. And again, that's the Jellicle thing. You don't even have a name, so you can't be a Jellicle. Are you gonna be another Grisabella where we're gonna have to shun you? You need to find your name with the quickness.
Yeah, that's kind of sinister.
It's not. It's just their cult-like rules that you need to follow, or else.
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Dancing gets super sexual. Like I thought maybe some people were exaggerating the cat
it
behaviors, but
doesn't.
no. Literally, anytime that Francesca Hayward girl is interacting with any other character, it immediately becomes super awkward and sexual.
I don't think
And
so.
that-
I don't agree with that.
Honestly, at this point, I actually think there was one scene that was a cat orgy. The whole dance number finishes and they're all deep breathing and panting.
Yeah,
That was kinda crazy.
it was a 7-minute dancing where everybody was killing it and they were tired.
Yeah, and it was a little awkward.
It's fine.
Where they're just kind of slowly getting up.
It was a lot.
At
And the way that the scene
Racketeering-Rat says, I imagine DA singing Heartless by Weekend anytime a girl he simps for doesn't like cats. Don't deny it. We know UNC. BG has proof.
Terrible job with the Unk, first off, Robot Lady, and second off, I've never heard that song by The Weeknd, so you're wrong.
just assaults you right from the very beginning, which is normal. Obviously, most musicals always start with a musical number, but then it builds something into a story. You don't feel like you get that here. Like, eventually you pick up, it's like, okay, all of these people are singing their own personal songs because they're going to get a chance to start a new life. If they're the winner, they get chosen by old Deuteronomy, and then they get in some magic thing and they get
You see how easy that was, Stuckman?
Crazy bars.
Start their new life, whatever their ideal life would be. That's what they get, and that's the purpose. Is like the entire movie is just different people singing their songs.
What's the problem?
And
I see
hoping
no
that
issue
they
with
get
that.
chosen for their new lives, while Idris Elba's character is like snatching people up, trying to like finesse the system so that he can be the one to get the new life. But it's horrible. It's boring. Actually, the first thing I tweeted was, "Can we take away Tom Hooper's Best Directing Oscar as a response to Cats?" Which I'm still.
Come on, that's not
This
cool.
is such a net negative.
That's not
You gotta
cool.
lose something.
That's not cool.
Standing by. I know that's a horrible, mean thing to say, but holy shit, whose idea was any of this? But right after that, I tweeted this. I can't remember the last time I was that bored, annoyed, and disinterested in a movie theater. I'd rather watch Swiped all day on repeat than experience 1 minute of Cats again in my life.
That's
and this
not
probably
fair.
has to be one of
That's
the only
not fair.
positive reviews of Swiped. Like, I literally need to know what drugs everybody involved in this movie was on to agree to do it, make it think any of this was a good idea, because it's gotta be something the regular folk can't get. Somebody literally thought it was a good idea to give these people $95 million to make this movie.
They needed more. They needed more, or to scale it back.
No, they needed to not have the names so the budget could go to the CG and such.
Yeah.
Because I gotta assume you're looking at a Taylor Swift 6 mil, Idris 4 mil, Dame Judy. The budget for the cast alone was probably like 70 million. So you're looking at like 25.
70 is too high. 70 is too high.
Rebel
Jason
Wilson.
Derulo, he disappears for a good chunk of it. He was on set for 3 days.
Sure.
Dame Judy Jen, you can have a stand-in for a lot of the wide
At
shots.
Overlord
Ian McKellen.
_hard Ains says, now on to Cats, and the review is a woman. BG, what has DA done more? Simp or fanboy rage?
Fanboy rage.
Taylor
It's
Swift,
close.
she wrote a song, she performed the song, she did another song. She got her bag.
What would you think the casting budget was?
30.
30 is way too low. 30 is way too low.
$5 million. Can you think of how many actual cats you could save with $95 million? Anyways, let's get on to Jason Derulo. So obviously, other than Taylor Swift, he was one of the bigger, musical performer names in this that people were kind of looking forward to, I guess. Was anybody looking forward to any of this? And before we actually talk about his horrendous experience, he did actually apparently complain that they CGI'd his bulge out, but he specifically said, they CGI'd my dick out. Jason Derulo isn't happy about the size of his penis in Cats. So speaking on Sirius XM's Andy...
But that's, again, that ain't got nothing to do with the movie.
It's very...
You can't be having him swinging.
Cohen live show, Derulo stated his anger that his bulge wasn't able to be seen on his CGI cat body. He was then asked if he believed that it was airbrushed out in the production of the film, responding 125%. I can see it in the trailer for sure. Imagine acting in a movie and then looking at the trailer to see if you can see your dick. Oh my God, Jason. But I don't really want to give him any benefit of the doubt, because I've decided that I'm no longer supporting anything Jason Derulo does after he almost started sucking Francesca Hayward's toes in this movie. Some people think I'm lying or I'm exaggerating, but no, there's a scene, she's doing some ballet, she does one of those nice high kicks, and he grabs her foot, and he's getting so close to his mouth.
I always say the sexual stuff, whatever, that's Jason Derulo, that's Rum Tum Tugger. But that's his character, even in the play, it was always Rum Tum Tugger swinging.
most disturbing thing I've
It's
ever
fine.
Balance
seen.
Breaker
It's
7772 says,
fine.
would you say 30 million extra would save this
No,
movie?
save, no, because it's still,
It would enhance. The
yeah,
movie.
it would make it look better, but
I think
not much else.
10 million more and 4 more months would have done a lot up for these people.
In my life, beyond all the fact that clearly every other cat in the background is trying to get some with Jason Derulo, and the whole
That's
movie
fair.
is basically them just acting all like horned up. It's so
That's
disturbing.
him, that's
I have
him.
literally seen
Yeah.
Mope this year, and I've seen The Nightingale this year, and this movie is still the movie that I would give the NC-17 rating to. This is just like some fever nightmare, and I had no idea why somebody would actually put it to film and think it's a good idea, and get the acting caliber of people like Judi Dench and Ian McKellen to agree to be in it. And then after the weird toe moment, there's like
were
James
they in
Corden
it?
is
Why were
sucking
they in
down
this?
some champagne, but he's like tonguing it really weird. Like they really just amp up the fact that they're cats, so they have to lick things when they're
Pause.
drinking.
It takes me out when they're clapping, and some people are clapping with their hands on the ground like
Yes.
this, and other people are just clapping with hands.
Yes.
I'm like, pick one.
Because cats do the
Yes.
kneading thing, would make a lot of sense. But they're just actual hands on their bodies anyway.
So just pick one if you're going into the cats thing.
Why wasn't this an animated film?
Should have been. It would have been.
It would have helped so much
It would have
more.
been so.
Yes.
Probably the same budget as well.
Less of a budget. Because you don't have to have the actors mocapping and all of this. You got to pay the animator. And since practically everything is CG anyway, you're already paying animators.
How about we just avoid making them drink anything in this movie? Because that would just make me feel a whole lot better.
They have to
and less
drink, Amanda. People need to be hydrated. I think it's
The
fair
James
for people.
Corden drinking was horrific.
I thought you were gonna bring up the Ian McKellen drinking, where he's just hunched over a puddle of water.
dirty. I'm pretty sure even the furries are disavowing this movie, which is saying a lot.
Because
Also,
there's no
I am
butthole.
positive that Jason Derulo was having sex with 2 cats in a garbage can at one point. So yeah, I've never been
Again,
one of
that's
the is
him.
over
That's
parties.
him, and it's not fair to keep bringing him up.
If nothing else, she seems grossed out by it. It is his character. It is acting within the film. It's not Jason Derulo. It's his character doing these things. She's just grossed out by how it all looks.
I'm just saying.
But Jason Derulo was over party. There's also this weird trend that they're all wearing fur coats. Why are cats
Not
wearing
all
fur
of them. There's
Trend,
three.
she said trend.
There's 3 or 4 of them, and it strikes a good figure. You can say that Grisabella is doing it to hide her gaunt nature because she's been shunned and now she can't engage in all the festivities of eating and stuff. So she's making herself look bigger and more imposing with the coat. Dame Judi Dench she's the main cat, so of course she's gonna be ornate. And then McCavity, he's like, oh, I need to be a big large. I'm the super villain. I need to be larger than life. So he puts on a coat. It's better than being naked like a bunch of other people. He's easy to see in the crowd. He's noticeable. I think the coat is fine. All right, it's fine.
A fur creature wearing fur coats.
It's boring.
Hey,
Off a
shut up,
weird
Ricky.
message.
But
It's like if this was a bunch of chicken people and they're eating eggs.
But she's wearing a necklace. What we going to talking about that as well?
No, it's about the fur of it.
What of it?
They're fur creatures wearing fur coats.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so passionate about cats. It's the one thing I just don't understand about
But it's not a fair criticism.
I disagree.
That's literally like human wearing meat suits. There's also definitely some issues with the CGI, which was already just again a huge nightmare. But Mr. Mistopheles, like his hands were not like they didn't even white them in a way to make it look like it was white fur on his hands. It just looked like people hands. And at one point, like the fur was just not there at all, and other times the fur was like moving.
Yeah.
And
At
the reason why I was
Breaker
focused
7772 says,
that's fair.
we wear leather as a species.
We wear leather of other creatures as a species. This feels like cats wearing cat fur.
It's not to be taken literally because there's cats in shoes. That's not literal. You know how cats sometimes have those like white feet when they're all black, and that's it's just like an interpretation. That's all it is.
on him a lot is because he's kind of he's got like a black hair body, and then he's got like black around his eyes and stuff, but then his hands were just these like regular human flesh hands,
they were,
which was so noticeable. There's actually one point
so noticeable.
But there's stop. Especially Dame Judy Dench with her old lady hands, with her wedding ring just prominent. But I to be fair, what are the alternatives? You can't have pause. That's out. You can't just have these black hands. That would look so weird. And just having people hands is also weird. So gloves? Maybe? But that looks cheap. There's no real... Okay, so the answer would be to go back to the drawing board as a whole.
Yes.
So that's number one. But if you're doing it, there's no real answers to how to do it properly. So to save a couple dozen millions of dollars, people hands.
When Ian McKellen is singing, and I know he's looking at his hand because they do some magic behind the scenes, and he's like, haha, see, I still have it. But it looks like he's looking at his hands to say, what human-looking hands I have. The musical numbers themselves weren't interesting to me. They were kind of fun at first, but most of them just kind of drug on too long, and because there wasn't enough time in between things to set up like additional story, there just wasn't enough dialogue, and anytime they weren't singing, they were just weirdly contorting their bodies.
Pause. I don't think they went on too long. The name of the cats, it was a big dance number. The first dance, Jellicle Cats, of course that's going to be long, especially considering the motif of the din 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 that plays throughout the film, so you need to set that up properly.
That's perfect.
I have a Gumby cat in mind. Jenny Any Dots.
Not gonna lie, a cat wearing a tiger coat is one way of showing a sign of dominance.
Yeah, exactly. But Jenny Any Dots, it's about a 2 or 3 minute song, normal length. Rum Tum Tugger is about 2 or 3 minutes, normal length. Grisabella the Glamour Cat is about 1.5 minutes. Buster for Jones, that's a little bit longer because they're cutting away to other things. That's about 4 minutes. And then you got Old Dukes. No. You got Mongo Jerry and Rumple Teaser. They're a couple of notorious cats. That's about a 4 minute one, but it has a really good scene of them in the stairs. That's really good choreography there. That's a longer one. Old Deuteronomy is about 2 minutes.
This guy's a fucking piece of shit. A living piece of shit.
The big dance number, that's about 5-7 minutes. Gus, the theater cat, is about 3 minutes. Skimble Shanks doesn't matter because it's amazing, so it doesn't matter how long it is.
That's crazy. It could have been 17 minutes.
Could have been 17 minutes. They actually cut out a lot in the actual play.
Oh.
So when I'm sitting there singing it, but then I have to switch it to, is this cat's version where they take out this whole section of the...
Patch noting Cat's versions in your head is crazy bars.
Naked. But yeah, specifically, anytime Jennifer Hudson was singing, and Jennifer Hudson is an incredibly talented person, but the singing was so annoying and the songs were bad, and like
I will say her singing was overwrought quite a bit.
I think it needed to be, because not only to show that they are being unreasonable. If this is a singing and dancing competition and she's clearly one of the best and she's being shunned for this nebulous reason, it's not fair. So that's another reason why Victoria brought her in. It's like, what did she say when she brought him in? She was like, sing. Because she's like, you got this. This is how they gonna get you.
Yes. White savior.
Don't make this that. They ain't giving trivia like I give Gundam and Gunpla trivia. Well, you need it. Because these ignoramuses don't understand what's happening here. They're just like, oh, white savior, oh, ugly human hands, oh, ugly tiger coats. When it's deeper than that. It's more than just the human hand.
More than human.
You can't again, pause. He got a magic stick. What are you gonna do with that?
So the deeper than that is, there was no better choice.
Yes!
That's not deeper than that. It's very surface level.
One says, DA, you're fighting a losing battle here. You're not going to convince anyone that this movie
I'm
is
not
good.
trying to convince anybody that this movie is good. I'm trying to convince people that their criticisms are not exactly warranted, and therefore maybe this 3 movie goes up to a 4. And then with the conversation, maybe we can bump that up to a 6. And then eventually we'll get up to that 9.
crying every time she was performing, and it was like half the time.
Yeah, she's emotional because she's given the chance to be a part of the This is her one chance. This is her one chance to come back here after she's been shunned all this time. Everybody hates her, and this is her chance.
Memory.
Oh my goodness.
Songs, so she was crying at the same times, and like, but the amount of emotion.
Look at overwrought. Even her facial
Look at
acting.
them hands.
The hands are horrible.
No, look at the dude in the gloves. No, the gloves could have worked.
Yeah, it looked like the gloves could have worked.
No, gloves could have worked.
Yeah, they should have did some gloves.
They should have did gloves.
Putting into it, like, I really feel like somebody told her that there was a chance that she might get an Oscar for this, and I know a couple people have mentioned that. A couple people have said the way she's performing is like she thinks this is like the performance of her
No,
career.
because why? This is a movie. Why would, if you have the ability to go at a 10, why would you go at an 8?
Because some movies you're in warrant an 8.
No, you're in here. You do it.
I watched a movie recently about a killer crocodile. The movie did not warrant a 10.
Obviously, you're not gonna get in Scorsese in that bit. But here, this is a singing movie. You're renowned for your singing. Why would you have people going, not only is this movie an existential nightmare, but Jennifer Hudson ain't even trying. You're putting a bad name on yourself if you not snotting while you singing Memories.
Okay. Would you say her singing is the best of the singings?
In terms of a technical sense?
Yes. Okay. Has anybody remarked on the lack of technical sense?
Remark the cat. The first line of the song is remark. That's the first version of that's actually Grisabella the glamour cat. That's the
anybody
she
brought up the fact that James Corden isn't as technical as the others, or to the degree that it's noteworthy.
I think other things about this movie takes precedent.
At r.aries-queen says, BG, have you seen House Shark?
My entire point of that is, if she was belting out,
nobody's talking about the costume design in this.
If she's at a
cinematography,
10, I don't think people would take note if she belted out a 7. Like, she could have gave more, because there's more pressing matters here.
I think they would have. I think so, because we see what she's capable of, and you would have to just sit there and just be like, why did she not even try? Other than the fact that this is just a horrible. But you got.
If anything, everybody tried too hard.
I don't try harder. If anything, I don't give a.
And Judy Dench at the end talking about Bow the Cat. She's like,
yeah,
no,
that's the worst song.
If anything, everyone's trying too hard.
But all
here.
she needed to do is just sit there and talk sing. So
and she ain't even do that because she's like, and doing she's acting. She's emoting when
she's in a dame.
All right, then.
You're not gonna disrespect the craft of acting by not giving it your all. Gus is an old cat, so he's gonna be broken down and shaking, and once he sings, he's just like, I told you I could do it. He was happy and proud about himself. Now it makes me think of Jamal, like, he's a really old cat. They've been going. It's not like this is his first time. Why hasn't he been chosen before? Have other people just been?
And what happens if he expires from age?
He doesn't get reborn.
That's horrible,
isn't it?
So at some point,
this ain't a charity, B.
It should be.
You gotta get up there. There's no lifetime achievement awards. You gotta get up there and sing.
It is a charity. You deserve a second chance.
Yeah. Now prove that you deserve it
by singing.
Yeah, you gotta be the best singer.
Comes across as just so terribly awkward, and all I can think of was this.
That's not fair.
No, it's
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Again, Jennifer, you're so talented, so talented. This just wasn't it. Then we get to Taylor Swift, who literally just floats in on a moon to just talk up Idris Elba's character, whose name is McCavity. So she like
all of that is true. There's nothing I can. She literally just like, yo, it's me. Here we go. Yup,
McCavity.
She do though. Yeah, she do. Yep.
sings and then starts dropping catnip on everybody, which I can assure you, no one needed catnip. They were all plenty horned up before the catnip started dropping from Taylor Swift. And then of course you get the cat numbers where like a lot of the characters, I feel like they smoothed out their chests. So even if it was like a guy or a girl, like they didn't really have defined chests. For the dance troupe, oh, they let that go free reign and you get the Taylor Swift shake. And I'm sorry I had to show you that, but if I suffer, you suffer.
I did not remark or notice that.
I did. What do you mean? Because once she did the shake, I went.
No, the shake, I noticed it, but I didn't notice.
Sir Christopher Lee is in several masterpieces, and then there was My Sister as a Werewolf, and he was best character in that awful movie.
There you go.
There's this horribly unfinished animated film about a snowman or something that has a whole lot of people like
Jack Black.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, yeah. It's horribly unfinished. It's terrible. It happens. You know, some people just need that check. Some people are like, I think I forget who it was, but they passed up. No, it was Scottish man, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, 007.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Sean Connery, he passed up Morpheus because he's just like, I don't understand none of this comic bullshit. And then that grossed a zillion dollars. And he's like, all right, the next comic thing, I'm going in there. And it was League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And he retired because it was... So people, you know, they're actors. Something comes across your desk and you go, stand here, say this, you gonna do it.
So as far as the shaking of the chest, once that happened, I started noticing other people because I was like, do other people have pronounced breath?
And that was like there's 3 songs left. It's not fair.
But yeah, she was basically just there to be McCavity's hype person. They don't really extend anything when he starts to snatch up all the other competitors because he wants to be the one who's chosen for a new life. There's like barely any conflict there, like for whatever reason, even though Rebel Wilson and James Corden's character have been like captured the entire time, she just randomly unzips this like fake cat.
No, it's not random. They established it earlier in the movie. And
I will say it's random strictly because she waited this long.
Maybe she forgot. In the heat of the moment, in the distress. It's a stressful situation, and now it's just like, oh yeah.
Escape, like, why didn't you do that an hour ago when you got captured at first?
Yep.
I don't understand. So there's just like, there's no real conflict. It's all just dumb. And then obviously Jennifer Hudson's character, Grisabella gets chosen to go off to a new life. So they put her in an air balloon and she just floats into the sky, which makes me wonder, is the new life death? Is it just like, there she goes to her new life?
It's an interpretation.
Death. And yeah, of course, at the end it like magically disappears and you just got to assume that she was allowed to start her new chosen life that she wanted and not some like societal dreg. But good lord. So that happens and then you get Judi Dench trying to explain how cats are just not so different from humanity, but then just retcons it right back into talking about how they're actually just cats. Like this is a movie about cats. And I'm sure that they were trying to make a bigger statement about how people are just trying to do their best and get out of their hardships and everybody deserves a second chance. But I feel like I'm giving it too much credit.
No, that's not. But there's also the theme of belonging.
What the movie ended up making me think. This was an incredibly disturbing movie.
It was trash.
At one point, I thought that Mistopheles and Victoria were gonna kiss, and I think there was actually multiple times where they were gonna kiss.
You literally cannot.
Yeah, no, you can't.
The models would not interact with each other like that. They would clip into each other.
When they closed the door on that dog and they're just staring at each other, I was like, oh, they're about to start banging.
And they just do the weird head nuzzling thing, and it just becomes...
It's so weird.
But that's what cats do again.
Yes,
there's not many options here. And if you have them people kissing, it's like, okay, so what are they doing otherwise what people do? So you can't.
It's kind of like an Avatar when they connect the tails to things and they're like, well, in this situation, it's not sexual, but in this situation, it is sexual. It all just comes across as feeling so sexual and wrong and gross. So that's Cats. I think I'm going to have a mental breakdown now. That was so boring. That's literally, I'm trying to express it. This does not even venture into the area.
On the Epstein files.
I hope not.
I'm so bad that
So I just saw Cats, and it was Cats. Now, as soon as this trailer came out, it was pretty obvious that nobody wanted this. It is
Pause! I can't say nobody wanted this because this is a way to get one of the most long-running musicals.
That is
one of the most celebrated
poster.
This is a great poster.
The Believe part.
Yeah. But the eye could be seen as the big going down through.
But no,
also
there's an actual eye in there because it's slightly slanted and you can see it a little bit.
But it's like one of those things where it's just like a reading test and they take out certain letters and your brain can still interpret it. You will Belle, Eve, and you can fill in the blanks here. Calm down. but I like it's a good because it's bigger than what she is, and that's the actual door that leads into the Jellicle Ball.
Bizarre just how much money and star power there is behind this film. Oscar-winning actors, Grammy-winning singers, Best Picture and Best Director.
Because they wanted it to be a success, but something happened. I think their eyes were bigger than their stomach. They bit off more than they can chew. They were just like, we're gonna make this cat scene is gonna be all CG, and then it was like, this scene has 36 cats, and we gotta CG all of them. And we went, oh,
winner Tom Hooper. The reason why this is so bizarre is because the musical is not really that good in the first place.
Calm down, YMS. Down.
The story sucks from the get-go. So
it doesn't suck. It's just kind of there. It's just an excuse to do the music. But that's why they added Victoria here, so that you may have that theme of acceptance. But otherwise, it is just the you got Grisabella and all that other bush. So whatever.
Have that much to work with. Pretty much every single song in this movie is just a cat introducing themselves. Hey, it's me, I'm the fat one. Hey, it's me, I'm the other fat one.
She has
hey,
a chest.
It's me, I'm the one that's mischievous. Hey, it's me,
He's not
I'm
mischievous.
the other one that's mischievous. Hey, it's
He
me,
must
I'm
not
the one
just
that
have
knows magic for some reason. Hey, it's me, I'm the other one that knows magic for some reason. Each one of those is a full-length song, and the overwhelming majority of these songs don't really affect the plot of this film whatsoever. It is a nonsense musical with no real story that just drags on forever. And if you're going to do a film
Stop looking at me. What?
I'm waiting for your rebuttal.
They
do just like it's me.
You can love something and it still be trash.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm doing here. But it do be like that. They do this like, I'm Buster for Jones, and then he just bounces for a while. Yeah, no, he's right.
And you can't really change all the songs, so you're pretty much just screwed no matter what you do. And even all of this considered, the movie still could have been somewhat bearable if the character design wasn't the ugliest thing ever created. This is seriously some next-level Uncanny Valley shit. Apparently a bunch of morons are blaming furries for this movie, when in reality, if literally any furry was consulted about this film, it wouldn't look this fucking disgusting. Yeah, you know how all the most famous furry artists draw characters with human hands, feet, and faces? Yeah, that's furries all right. Literally nobody wanted the
next video. He cooking me. I got nothing. He cooking me.
Hello, my kitties and lions. Welcome to my review of Cats 2019, the movie.
Understanding the avant-garde masterpiece and why the Cats 2019 movie should be weirder.
By Grace Animated?
No. Less of anything.
All right, let's start with the concept of a cat. What is a cat?
Don't do the song. Don't do the song. They're not.
As the show very clearly explains, a cat is not a dog.
Yeah. Can't get nobody on my side, man. Trying, but it's hard.
At J-23U2Y says, Hey, did you see Moist Critical's cat vid?
No, I saw his worst movies of the year vid.
Not a dog. A cat is aloof, mysterious. There's some debate as to whether cats are even really domesticated. So we have to start from understanding what a cat is to understand the miracle that is Cats, the musical.
I can't remember if he got in a controversy about wanting to sleep with animals or if it was a I don't care if others want to sleep with animals.
I think, yeah, that was it.
What Cats is not about. Number one, literal cats. Cats is not about literal
But
cats.
it's difficult to say that when you've got Gumby, you got the Gumby cat who's just like, she's lazy, so that's her that's a type of cat. Cats are lazy. There's Rum Tum Tugger who's just like, I want to go out, I want to stay in. He's indecisive. He's sort of mischievous. You got
they're basically the traits of cats.
Yes.
But they're not
characterized
literal cats.
But
fantastical versions of cats.
Number two, good versus evil. This is a conceptual show. This is not about bad guy and traditional hero arc. This is a story about the experience of being a cat and being reborn into a new, wonderful, fluffy life. Drugs or alcohol.
There really isn't a hero's journey in this,
There's
really.
not.
If anything, Victoria kind of gets a taste of every aspect of life and just chooses to do the right thing.
There's a scene where, like you said, where the dog comes up, where Mr. Mistopheles saves Victoria, and they stop the dog, and he just kind of looks at her and sees the watch on her neck, and she slowly takes it off. Like, oh, this is wrong. And then she looks later at Mongo Jerry and Rumpelteazer as they're waiting for old Deuteronomy, and she's just like, "You mother!" So she realizing that is the wrong path to go down.
But during that path, she was just having fun, enjoying it, wearing all the pearls and stuff until the consequences of it came, and she recognized that the consequences were not worth that fun she felt.
It's not about heroes
At Balance
or
Breaker
even good and evil.
7772 says, what in this the first year college student is this script writing?
This is what we talk about a lot, where there's nothing here, so that we have to make it so that there's something here.
And I think they're doing as good a job as they can so
Better
far.
than some of them anime muffs.
This is not a story about drugs or alcohol, even though it was made in the 80s, and even though if you go to see Cats, the movie, you might enjoy it more if you were drinking.
This filter is horrible.
The filter is
camera's on.
Or on some type of drug. Cat puns. Now, there are cat puns in the original T.S. Eliot book, but there are not as many cat puns as the cat puns that are in the movie. And I also feel like we need to be selective about our cat puns. For example, one of the cats in the stage show is that Gus the theater cat, his real name is Asparagus.
Asparagus, yep.
So it's like, haha, they named him Asparagus, but we call him Gus. And it's unexpected. So you get sort of like a haughty theater laugh. But other cat puns, like stating the obvious, like saying, oh, cat burglar. It's just like, what is this, a 5-year-old joke book? No. Cats is not about cat puns.
Can you go like to the middle?
Yes. We'll skip all of the...
Dad, why don't I have a cat shirt? What was that about Mufasa? The Lion King?
Tire. It's a huge tire, as if you were cat size. There's also that sense of imagination. This is where I think we can learn from musicals like The Lion King. So The Lion King came out in the early 90s. It was a wonderful animated production, and then they made it into a stage show. And this is where I feel like we're getting to a
At
weird place where
5719 says, how is this person better than Chris Stuckman?
They're explaining everything. They're giving
Very
examples. They're
analytical.
going back. Like, if I were a person that was truly into cats, I might watch this.
I'm watching this later.
Like, please get into some anime and do some of this over there. Jesus.
Movie makers are, it's almost like they think we have no imagination. When The Lion King animated became a stage show, they changed the format of the show. And so it didn't become about literal lions. It became about an African tribe where people were wearing headdresses to represent different animals. And that really worked contextually in that new medium. So when we come back to this hyper-realistic Lion King that came out last year, you lose some of that story, because at the heart of it, the story, the main part of the story is not that there are literal animals in a kingdom, but it is this father and son tale that's told through the perspective or through the allegory.
Dang. Okay, yeah. Next video. I'm watching this later. She's really good. What's Stuckman? What are you Stuckman? What are their subscribers at? No! That's Booker! No! Bruh! Hit that thumbs up! And they stop. Oh, man! Yeah, no! Oh, yeah, sip time!
Hello, friend. I'm gonna go see Cat.
You're not helping the cause.
I disagree.
Pull it back, homie. You're fighting a losing battle. You gotta put your best foot forward.
Make it the thumbnail.
It's just like don't make it easy for the enemies to get you.
Hello, friend. I'm gonna go see Cats. You can see there. It's Christmas Day. The theater is packed.
Christmas!
There's tons of people here. I'm probably going to be late going in, but I saw Cats on Broadway when I was a kid. I love the music from Cats, so I'm looking forward to it. And the commercial makes it look...
Rat says, "Oh my God, is Cats the potential man of movies to just fumble with this kind of lineup and budget in its production? Damn, no wonder why a lot of DA's defense is ifs and when."
Potential
it didn't
man
have enough money for what they were doing.
0 serviceable cats. There's more than 0 likable songs.
There's so many.
7 minutes of dialogue.
Kind of weird, like an X-rated anime or something, the way the cats are designed and stuff.
You are killing me, sir.
And I've heard really bad reviews for it.
This
really
not to be rude, but this
see
is
it.
Boomer, man. So
Yes, it feels that way.
Stick around and I'll let you know what I thought. What'd you see?
I saw you vlogging.
Are you going to the movies or?
Yeah, we went to Frozen 2 the other day.
Oh, what are you seeing tonight?
These are questionably aged.
So I just got out of Cats. I just got home. Had some turkey. It's Christmas Day right now.
Oh God, please!
In an edited video.
Yeah, man, why?
Cut it out.
Why?
This is truly an older gentleman that is not used to this editing.
I'm just really glad I went and saw Cats. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a technical masterpiece. I loved the music. The visuals were awesome.
This is an older gentleman, so they're not looking into the things that not gonna say regular person, but somebody who's more technically savvy
in the know.
For. Yes, so they're just going, wow, these are cat people, just like in the show, as opposed to they ain't moving like they should be.
I wouldn't know how to navigate TikTok, but I would be looked at like, oh my God, this fuddy duddy.
The acting was awesome.
It was.
The dance scene was awesome.
Yep.
Just a really neat movie, and I encourage you to ignore the Philistines on the internet.
Philistines is a really...
I agree with you, sir.
That just hated on this movie ever since the trailer
At
came out.
Gamerath5331 says, "Is this you man's DA? This is someone who likes
This
cats."
is your man. He said the acting was good.
And who write these bad reviews and just... Sometimes I hate the internet, man, because you get these angry mobs where it just becomes the in thing to do to shit on a movie.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen it yet.
Exactly.
And
I have seen it.
I thought it was great. I mean, it looked great.
Oh, calm down.
It's one of America's favorite plays, so how can you really go wrong going into it?
You could go wrong, and they did go wrong, sir.
You know it's gonna have great music.
It does.
And,
Disagree.
It has like the erotic angle of Cats, because I saw Cats on Broadway, and
are we just missing the eroticism in this film? Because everyone's talking about the eroticism, whether you like it or dislike it.
Yeah, I don't.
when I was a kid, and I was real impressed with it because I got to see like a dancer's body in skin tight tights.
This is your man. Is he about to talk about the eroticism of actual cat people? For 4 more minutes.
It's up close. And that was pretty thrilling for me.
Oh, God. This is your man. Why?
As a kid. And you see that in this movie.
We captured the feeling. Oh!
Look. If this is just like Mulan, we take what we can get. You a body. That's better than nothing.
There's another person on this side of the fence.
DA, did you capture these guy and forced him to do these?
This month is doing it for the love of the game, Aries.
Now, I'm not even sure if the bodies were CGI.
Oh, God, please stop! Is this why the visuals were awesome? Because they were all in skin-tight cat thing.
Oh, man, just getting off in the movie theater, looking at these cat people rubbing off.
If they were wearing tights or what. I'm pretty confused about that. I have no idea how they made this movie. Just take my word for it that it's real awesome. It's a great, heartwarming movie. Great music. I cried when they did Memories. That's like one of my favorite songs.
You have to.
And it was just really well made and real awesome movie. It did, like, I was getting a little tired in the third act.
Where does this go? Holy shit.
Where's Memories, bro?
Oh, stay only on Gus? I got 5 more of these. Oh, shit. I'm tired, boss.
Let's not rule of 3 with this Mr. Mostoffoli. One and done. He got it. He got the confidence back. Hey, let's go. We don't need to finish this song. You did it.
It kind of had a false ending or something, and went on a little longer maybe than I would have liked. So was starting to get tiresome by the end of the movie, but overall it's just great, real fun to watch.
Yep.
I don't know. I highly recommend it.
Yep.
This is the perfect video to recommend if you cut out 2.5 minutes of them talking about the body.
See it on the big screen. If you don't, you're going to regret it. This is going to be a cult classic. People will be talking about it for years and years.
Yes, they are. They are talking about it for years and years.
And there are a handful of people that are like, my God, Cats 2019.
Flying that flag right here.
It's not a cult classic in the way of like Clerks, where there's quite a few people that recognize this is kind of a masterpiece. This is a handful of people going, hold up now.
Stay popular. The whole time I was watching it, I was thinking, man, this is way better than The Greatest Showman. And The Greatest Showman played for like 3 months here.
The Greatest Showman was so much better than Cats.
It had an actual story. It didn't have cat people.
Probably come and go just because all the hateful people on the internet gotta talk trash about it. So
Yeah,
it's
they're disgusting.
Not even going to be successful. It was in one of the smaller theaters, and there was maybe like 10, 15 people there or something.
Didn't he say it was packed?
The theater was packed.
Okay.
Christmas Day, people everywhere.
Okay.
and the theater was packed. The parking lot was packed. Oh, and those two young girls came up to me. Are you vlogging? Can we be in your vlog? So I said, sure. And recorded
I thought they were related to.
And they asked if they were going to be famous now. I told them, yep.
Yeah, cut out a very.
That's odd. Just that's odd.
At Racketeering-Rat says, which video is better so far, Boomer Man or Stuck Man?
Boomer Man. I laughed.
Now you're famous, so. Anyways, that was kind of funny, but definitely check out Cats.
Mm-hmm. He's still tired.
Yeah. Gems, especially since I have a viral gem movie on YouTube.
We don't need that.
Good review. Good review.
Disagree.
Warning. The movie I'm about to talk about today is such a disaster, such a catastrophe.
I kind of don't even want to see it.
He's got the big hog. Two different Hogwarts in the background. Big ups.
That I would rather choke on my own hairballs than have to rewatch this thing again. The feline fantasy Broadway drama I'm talking about today is, of course, none other than Pause for Drama.
No, I'm not watching this.
Oh boy.
I'm not watching this. This was rapid fire.
Cats 2019 is good, actually. That is a sticker that I have on my car.
Legitimately has it on his car, y'all.
It is good, actually.
Oh, what happened to your Isabella?
Fell off.
Isabel. Oh, why did I say Isabella? I'm worried about my Mau because it's right there.
Yeah, you gotta find either ones that are specifically made for cars or have a ceiling on it. Cause I saw your One Piece one is fading.
Oh yeah, that's cooked. I'm probably gonna take that one off. And yet my manga one's I know it's just the colors that faded, but it's not like the line art faded or anything. Even my Mau hasn't faded at all.
Eyes and experience the magic.
Cats 2019 is great. It's full of entertaining musical numbers,
Yes.
catchy tunes,
Yes.
unique set design,
Yes.
pretty intricate, complex performances.
Yes.
But
get closer to the magic of the best loved musical of all time.
Cats is terrible. Every choice it makes is wrong. Furry James Corden gets hit in the groin. It probably shouldn't exist. You know, I wasn't gonna do a video this month.
Nut shots
relax and
are easy laughs.
Did you laugh?
I might have.
Enjoy,
In one of my earlier watches.
Then this happened. What is Cats? Well, Cats is Cats. Cats 2019 is a film based on the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical of the same name. The stage musical originally premiered in 1981 and eventually got a home video adaptation in 1998 after years of commercial success.
Cats, available for the first time ever on video.
This musical was in turn based on a series of poems by T.S.
skip
Eliot
forward a little
called Old Possum's Book of Practical Cat. You'll quickly design to want this for some reason. They introduce themselves as contestants to become Old Dute's Jellicle choice. McCavity, the antagonist of the musical, wants this very badly and will do anything to become the sacrificial cat. Dude eventually chooses an old performer who was taken in by McCavity and is now shunned by the Jellicles, called Grisabella the Glamour Cat. She is sent to the Heaviside Layer and is presumably given a new life. Cats do have 9 lives, right? I guess Gus, the nearly dead theater cat, is just out of luck, huh?
Calm down.
Does this sound like nonsense? Well, it is.
Yep.
The poems are whimsical musings about the natures and sociologies of cats, intended for children. Andrew Lloyd Webber's
At
musical, however,
Racketeering-Rat says, video already better than Stuck, in his own ass, man.
I'm so glad we got Stuckman early, just so people can see, and we got a bar to compare it to.
There have been almost no worse videos since him.
That's drama, danger, pathos, an uncomfortable amount of mewing and crawling and dancing and skin-tight leotards and drooping tails and kind of weird sexual tension between the cats.
See, the eroticism I never got. The sexual tension I can see.
Yes. But that's, again, you have to, these are cats, and they
Cats bang.
Cats bang!
The musical is bizarre and completely over the top, from its costume design to its set design to its actual musical numbers, but it's also oddly engaging and certainly never dull. So given all of this, how would someone adapt this cheesy, over-the-top, a little bit too horny 1981 musical for modern movie-going audiences?
You just gotta go for it.
Well, if you have any ideas, maybe you should let Tom Hooper know. Tom Hooper or Toby Hooper.
That's a bar! Holy! Well, if you have any idea, let the director know. And then pause! Cause it's like, you understand, he didn't have ideas of how to do this. That's a bar!
1981 musical for modern movie-going audiences. Well, if you have any ideas, maybe you should let Tom Hooper know. Tom Hooper or Toby Hooper, I always get those two confused.
Let him go!
The best way to adapt Cats for the big screen in 2019 is don't. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
There are other things you could do with $95 million. Yes, Cats cost almost
Pause.
$100 million.
But
and
again, this is a way to get people who have never seen the actual the actual play to get into the theater and get in that, and then maybe that funnels some revenue back to the actual play, or you just get educated on a cultural phenomenon with a musical that's been going on for so long and so has such renown that you may have never heard of or may have never watched, but you go into the movie theater. Same thing with Sweeney Todd, Les Mis, Mamma Mia, Misery, Hamilton, all these things. It's just like, we need, this is for the wider audience. You don't need to go into a theater and watch these people, because there's always that. I've seen Book of Mormon, which was fantastic, and Beetlejuice. Mm-hmm. I think those are the only two musicals I've seen live. Maybe one other one, but there's always that fear of what if they up. That's always in the back of my mind.
Spider-Man musical.
Not that bad.
at the time of recording has only made about 15% of that back. The next best thing, I guess, is whatever Tom Hooper did. So let's go over that, shall we?
But it's difficult!
The problems with Cats 2019 are numerous, a few of which stem from the original musical, but many are solely on Tom and his team, baby.
The problems are numerous.
It's such an easy yet cutting line. The problem, they're not innumerable, which is super exaggerated. They're not infinite, super numerous.
Music, lyrics, plot, and characters were always going to be weird and nonsensical. Yes. I mean, it's Cats, the scourge of Broadway. The film valiantly tries to inject some character arcs into the film and cut down on some of the introductions and dance sequences, but some of the lyrics no longer line up with the characters given the changes. McCavity, tall and thin, Mr. Mistopheles, aloof. That doesn't really make sense anymore.
It doesn't.
So in that sense, I can't really blame the movie for having a character named Rum Tum Tugger. But in a musical filled with ballet and complex choreography, Hooper and co. opted to cover the actors with digital fur.
We've used digital fur technology to create the most perfect covering of fur.
The result is startlingly uncanny and nightmarish, seeing human faces float on top of sunny cat heads, flatteringly uncanny.
This guy is cooking this movie!
He's cooking it, y'all.
Technology.
And he's so eloquently and effortlessly cooking it!
Perfect covering of fur.
The result is startlingly uncanny and nightmarish, seeing human faces float on top of sunny cat heads, flesh, hands, and feet melting into fur. You never really adjust to the way they emote or move. If you look away from the screen for a minute and look back, it hits you again that none of this makes any sense.
No! He's cutting to the core of the issues!
in a way that can't be defended. Oh, dude. He put pen to paper so hard on this one.
Holy crap. And he's not even being mean about it. It's just so factual.
The most perfect covering of fur.
The result is startlingly uncanny and nightmarish, seeing human
Suck my
faces float
dick.
on top
That's
of
my
sunny cat
request to
heads,
you.
flesh, hands, and feet melting into fur. You never really adjust to the way they emote or move. If you look away from the screen for a minute and look back, it hits you again that none of this makes any sense. This heavy emphasis on computer-generated fur also causes any physical performance to lose potency because the characters never look real. The dancing and stunts, often further obfuscated by wirework and fully CG bodies, look fake even when they're real. Victoria's dancing throughout the film is no doubt impressive, but it looks flat, sterile, and pre-rendered, so even her meticulous performance is drowned out by the roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley. Another
At racketeering
Oh my God!
Guys, stop. DA is gonna get a heart attack.
Yo, nah.
The roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley?
Yo.
Calm the down!
Oh, thank you for the super chat. Hope positive 6.
Holy calm down!
No.
What the absolute heat line!
That's the goat! The goat!
This was it for him.
That was flame!
Holy.
CG bodies look fake even when they're real. Victoria's dancing throughout the film is no doubt impressive, but it looks flat, sterile, and pre-rendered, so even her meticulous performance is drowned out by the roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley.
The roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley!
Drowned out by the roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley.
Holy
Another technical issue with the movie is that much of the singing was done live on set,
That
as
is a
with Tom
problem.
Hooper's Les Mis. In that film, it was presumably done to aid with the realism befitting the setting and to capture the live emoting that lip syncing can't quite match. But with Cats, they're half CG cat people singing nonsense lyrics. It doesn't need to be realistic. The sound mix always feels off because of this. None of the big, bombastic numbers from the musical really feel big, as the backing tracks sound like karaoke reproductions. The mix sounds thin and mismatched compared to performances that are done fully in studio. Compare the film's version of Beautiful Ghosts.
All that I wanted.
Pause! He goes, this is my issue, here's what I'm thinking, and here's an example. Why did he stop?
Why did he stop? This man should be amongst the biggest.
Was to be wanted.
At J-T3E2Y says, it's so unfair how people like Chris Stuckman are people and this guy isn't.
Are popular, yeah. This is crazy.
With Taylor Swift's version from the soundtrack.
All that I wanted. To be wanted.
The two different environments that the vocals and instrumentals were respectively recorded in just don't mesh well. The singing itself is often well done, but again, the film gets in its own way in that respect, blunting much of its impact.
We gotta go off. I'm gonna watch this again. This also later. This dude.
And he still gotta praise it at some point.
I wish I could write a better line than the roar of the river at the bottom of the uncanny valley.
It's time for a Cats Review Roundup. Is it really as bad as the critics say? Folks, we really don't like being mean here at the Nerdist News Office, because instead of harping on how much things suck or how much we hate something, we'd rather try and have practical criticisms or critiques.
Pause.
But this doesn't always
You
happen.
can do both.
Yes. You can be practical and mean.
Yes.
Sometimes we slip up, but we do certainly set out to be positive and or constructive at the very least. But then, sometimes things happen. Things that are so far outside of our control or purview that we just have to sit back.
Why does
laugh,
everybody need to do these puns?
point. Things like the original version of Sonic or X-Men Dark Phoenix. That's a movie, all right. Or even that good old starter
I
Pokemon
forgot that
Pop.
existed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pleo, that Sweet clown seal. We don't like ourselves when we do it, but hey, we can't help it. We're only human. And
Pause.
these things happen.
That's crazy to be like, I hate myself for being negative.
No, yeah. Give it to me.
Go in.
And sadly, one of these things happened again this week. The release of the film, Cats. Now, from the very first moment we saw the first teaser at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, we knew there was truly something special about
so
this
much
movie.
worse.
And by special, we mean horrifying, eldritch, the stuff of nightmares. But could the final product really be that bad? Well, the film is out this week, which means the reviews are out there in the wild, and if most of them are to be believed, then meowza, it truly is that bad. So let's have some fun and cut through some of the best of the worst reviews of the movie Cats. Here we go!
Yeah,
Let's start things off on the nicer.
Hello, Jellicle Cats and Pollicle Dogs. My name is TV Sky, and, well, you've all seen the title of the video. You know what I'm about to argue for you, but before we begin, I'd like to stress that I'm not going to argue that the CGI in the Cats trailer is somehow flawless and immaculate. It's fine, but there should probably have been like a couple of furries on the art team of this particular movie to let the production crew know that you can't just mix and match human and animal characteristics quite so liberal. Like, there has to be some sort of aesthetic direction for how you treat the bone structure and stuff. All of those things about it looks a little bit weird, looks a little bit uncanny. Yes, I'm not about to argue that those things aren't true. What we're going to talk about instead is why Cats is actually really kind of awesome, and why you should probably be excited for this movie even if it doesn't turn out to be very good. So, relevant question number 1.
Yeah.
Why does this movie exist? And in order to answer that, for some reason, we have
Yeah,
to
this
talk
was
about
coming up.
just
with the trailer.
T.S. Eliot. Now, that's
I listened to it all and I said, Andrew, is this something I don't get? Is this about Queen Victoria? She's the main cat, and Disraeli and Gladstone are other cats, and then there are poor cats. And am I missing this? And he took a terrible, painful, long pause and said, Hal, it's about cats. And we never discussed it again.
In 2012, New York Times food critic Pete Wells published a review of Food Network personality and human can of Bud Light Lime.
Right on.
Right on! Guy Fieri's massive Times Square restaurant, Guy Fieri's American Kitchen and Bar, fittingly located right across the street from the Majestic Theater, which at the time had hosted Phantom of the Opera on Broadway for nearly 25 years. And while some 8 years later, we've come full circle to where we've all decided that Guy Fieri is both prime meme fodder and also good now.
People shit on that dude all the time. And as far as I can tell, all he ever did was follow his dreams.
2012 was a different time, and Wells's review pulled no punches. Guy Fieri, have you eaten at your new restaurant in Times Square? Did panic grip your soul as you stared into the whirling hypno wheel of the menu, where adjectives and nouns spin a crazy vortex? When you saw the burger described as Guy's Pat LaFrida Custom Blend All-Natural Creekstone Farm Black Angus Beef Patty, L-Top, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, SMC, super melted cheese, and a slathering of donkey sauce on garlic buttered brioche, did your mind touch the void for a minute? Hey, did you try that blue drink, the one that glows like nuclear waste? The watermelon margarita? Any idea why it tastes like some combination of radiator fluid and formaldehyde? What is going on at this new restaurant of yours, really? And in a way that food reviews seldom do, Wells's piece blew up and went viral, with everyone sharing it to their Facebook and Twitter timelines, cheering and celebrating the epic ponage of Guy Fieri, that sun-drenched, frosted-tipped buffoon, by one of the most widely circulated newspapers in the world. And while rubbernecking trash fires has been a time-honored tradition as long as civilization has been a thing, the commodification of our need to see trash being eviscerated by the critic intelligentsia has become an ever-evolving industry. One can, after all, easily elevate their online brand with a well-timed takedown.
There's no mist in the galaxy.
What a good way to go into this.
Yes. Because that's exactly what's happening with Cats. This is a really good framing device for the purpose of your video.
Earth fake ding.
And with Tom Hooper's 2019 Trainwreck adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical of the same name, there was blood in the water.
Watching Cats is like stumbling upon an unholy and heretofore unknown genre of porn.
Every time these horny fur demons tongue and milk
Amanda did it.
I'm certain the FBI would raid the theater.
Glad to report that Cats is everything you'd hoped for and more. A mesmerizingly ugly fiasco that makes you feel like your brain is being eaten by a parasite. A viewing experience so stressful that it honestly brought
It's
on
not
migraine.
stressful.
Can you make a movie so bad that the Academy takes back your Best Director Oscar, asking for a Tom Hooper?
By the time I left the theater, I wasn't even sure what a real cat looked like anymore.
To assess Cats.
That's not fair.
As good or bad, feels like the entirely wrong axis on which to see it. It is, with all affection, a monstrosity.
I am not a...
With all affection, a monster. Back to back
takes back your
heaters.
Best Director Oscar, asking for a Tom Hooper.
By the time I left the theater, I wasn't even sure what a real cat looked like anymore.
To assess Cats as good or bad, feels like the entirely wrong axis on which to see it. It is, with all affection, a monstrosity.
I am not a cat person. Second off, after watching this frankly mortifying film adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, I'm not altogether sure I am a movie person anymore either.
Finally, a whole new
People are just mean.
Heartbeat Heartbreak.
Of Andrew Lloyd Webber's
People
Cats,
are just
I'm not altogether sure I am a
mean.
movie person anymore either.
Finally, a whole new generation can discover that Cats the Musical is 2 hours of human-feline hybrids without genitals having no-touch sex and begging for death via song.
Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs.
Cats is pure nightmare fuel. The rejects from the Island of Dr. Moreau putting on a show is bad enough, but add to that more crotch shots than a Michael Bay movie and every imaginable pun,
There weren't
and that
a
still
lot.
won't prepare you for the hellscape that is children's faces CGI'd onto mice.
For the most part, Cats is both a horror and an endurance test. A dispatch from some neon-drenched netherworld where the ghastly is inextricable from the tedious.
I felt the light inside me slowly fading.
Oh God, my eyes.
Are you blind when you're born?
Can you see in the dark?
I was one of the very first people to see Cats, the movie, the musical, if Tom Hooper is to be believed, some 24 hours after the film was even finished. This was not because I'm the world's biggest Cats stan, or because I'm just that important.
Look at her legs. They are so terrible.
They are real bad.
They look like chicken wings.
It was because I cajoled my friend who got invited to a critic screening to let me be her +1. See, after weeks of reveling in the pure unintentional Salvadorian madness that was the trailer, I was keen to be one of the first. I got my complimentary cat ears, they gave us Cats temporary tattoos and Cats champagne, presumably to help black out what we were about to see, and we settled in for the ride of a lifetime. There were 2 types of people at this screening. People who were familiar with Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, and people who until now had lived in blissful ignorance.
Meow.
I was, in fact, sandwiched right between 2 of these people. To my left sat Angie Hahn, critic for Mashable.com and who knew all about cats, and to my right, Emily Vanderwerf, critic at large for Vox.com and the person I cajoled into taking me, and who, like me, was familiar with cats. Emily spent more or less the whole film making this face, and Angie spent the whole film making this face. Both of them deeply enjoyed the experience, for the record. Maybe not the film itself, but definitely the experience. For people who hadn't seen Cats before, the question seemed to be,
And say a cat is not a dog.
is this it? Is this what Cats is? Is this what Cats has been the whole time? And on that day, I was like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much Cats. What did you expect?
And say a cat is not
That's Oogie Boogie.
And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I spent most
A
of
little
my
bit of
December and
trivia for you.
January obsessed with the Cats movie, which was every bit as much of a train wreck as I had hoped. And why? Even now, I honestly could not tell you. But the more time I spent on Cats and thinking about this movie, the more I had to actually confront these questions. Not just the question of why am I so fixated on this unquestionable disaster, but why is Cats? How did this become a thing? Because that the movie and the stage musical exist at all, let alone that the musical was as popular as it was, is somewhat baffling. I got so fixated on this that I started a podcast about it where I explain musical.
It's easy to.
Oh, we're out of videos.
Are we?
Yeah. Hit the end.
Go back to the
Hello, Jellicle.
It's time for
Yeah,
a
this
cat
was actually
review
not even
roundup.
part of
Is
it.
it really as bad as the critics say?
Hello, troublemakers.
Okay,
Welcome
we
to
didn't see
another
this one.
movie commentary Monday, where I post movie commentaries every single Monday without fail. I have chosen very neutral, like a dough piss color. Cat's piss. Segue. Now, I chose those colors because they're neutral. And I don't know if this movie's gonna be bad or good. I'm a bit of a contrarian, so if I like this movie even
He's
a
got
little bit,
good energy.
I'm going to tout this movie as the greatest movie ever made. That's what I'll be doing. Because so many people hate it. I saw this trailer for the first time in a movie theater, and the girl I was with started weeping. Openly weeping. So it was a bit of a surprise when so many people hated it. Can we just check the Rotten Tomatoes?
See you later, Aries.
No. Jesus, where is it? Ugh. Let's do this thing. I said let's do the thing. Obviously, I am a huge musical theater fan. I have seen countless musical movies. Talking High School Musical. High School Musical 2.
You're just watching it?
High School Musical 3. And others, probably.
What's that most
also,
replayed?
Working title? Crunchyroll and ready to watch. And with my link, which I will leave in the... Why are they looking at him all lovingly? He's literally saying about how...
it seems like he's just watching it and then...
Check the end for the wrap-up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sick. Thank you for ending.
Oh, no!
I skipped pretty heavily in this movie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna count this as a finish, though. I don't care. Because guess who makes the rules around here? This guy. Hey man, it's not my forte. Not up my alley. First of all, I'm more of a dog person myself. And secondly, they use song to just carry the entire story. Whereas the musicals that I like are stories that have songs in them. Have I pissed off enough people, like the OG fans of Cats? Probably. So it's safe to say that my work here is done. What's this though? Oh, it's the Broadway play. Just in the movie form.
Yeah, there's nothing else here.
Because it's
We saw that one. We did not see this one.
The movie musical Cats is mostly known for its bad CGI characters. But is it as bad as everyone thinks it is?
This
Hey, what's
is
up, you guys? Yeah.
terrible
Today I
audio.
decided to do my very first movie review, and yes, it's about cats. I went into the cinema with actually high hopes because, yes, I was really looking forward to the movie, despite its very creepy looking furballs. And I was positively surprised. I mean, it's hard, of course, doing a movie about a musical that has barely any story in it, but they went in, gave it a kind of a story, and in my opinion, totally succeeded in it. As someone who loves all kinds of musicals, I went into Cats knowing damn well that it's maybe the weirdest movie experience I've ever witnessed. But did I hate it? No. Because even though this movie gets all kinds of bad reviews and rarely any positive reviews, it really isn't that bad. It's fun. It makes you feel good. I mean, at some points in the movie I just wanted to get up and dance along with the cats. The songs are great, of course. I mean, we probably all heard the soundtrack, but it definitely had some weird performances. For example, the Old Gumby Cat, performed by Robbie Fairchild and Rebel Wilson. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad because of the vocals, they did an amazing job, but the scene that went along with it, that was bad. All I'm saying is, even though I expected anything, I couldn't, in my
The
wildest
fact
dreams.
that you're not explaining what was bad about that, either just the roaches, the rats, could have been done.
Imagine that scene. But I will go into that a bit later. Also, if you guys gonna watch this movie because of Taylor Swift, I have to inform you that she's
whoops.
barely in it. If you don't know, Taylor Swift is playing, and now I'm probably gonna say it wrong, Bombalurina. She was in the main cast in the musical. In the movie, she only has like 6 to 8 minutes of screen time. Now, I don't know if it's because Taylor is such a huge star that they just couldn't afford her, or if it was intentional that she's only for a short while in the movie, but she's still slayed. And Macavity is definitely on top of my favorite songs from the movie. All of the actors gave such a great performance. My top favorite actors or roles from the movie are definitely Robbie Fairchild as Monkeys.
You did a good job.
Newcomer, Francesca, I'm probably butchering it right now. Francesca Hayward.
She was great as Victoria.
Definitely Jennifer Hudson. As soon as I heard that she's in the movie, I definitely knew. First of all, I knew
The dings are too loud.
They're way too loud.
Slaying it, and she definitely did. I was blown away by her performance as Grisabella. Also, as I said, Taylor Swift.
Where's the love for Schimblescape the Railway Cat?
Performance.
What did he do?
In my opinion, the weakest performances
and he
are
sung.
from Ian McKellen. I really hate to say it because I love Ian McKellen. I love all of his roles, but he is playing a senile cat. And
This
I
is
think he just
awful.
overdid it. He's trying so hard to do the role of a cat who's like really old and senile. I think he's just like overdoing it. James Corden and Rebel Wilson. They have a lot of funny moments in the movie. I mean, they were kind of funny at first, but they're overdoing it so much.
Yeah.
Rebel in her song, she is doing the same joke over and over and over. She is constantly running against something, or she's falling off of something, and it's really not funny. And the next time we see her, she is also hitting herself with something. The same with James Corden. His song in the movie, it definitely was my favorite. It was more cringe than fun. And at last, Jason Derulo. Listen, I don't know if I don't like his performance because of his chunk, because I mean we all heard the news. Every time I saw him, I couldn't think about anything else but this. No, but also I really didn't like his song. I never liked this song, not even in the music.
Tom Dogger was
And
good.
I also didn't
I
fall in love with the
disagree.
movie version. Also, I have to admit, his cat looked the weirdest next to Idris Elba. And let me tell you, if I would have been able to skip his song, I definitely would have. I think
Crazy.
his song and Rebel Wilson's songs were the only two songs I really wanted to skip. Now let's talk about the plot. So the movie starts with an action person who I
Is
never
this
saw
the
his
last
face, but
one?
was
Go
a real
back to the
person,
list
throwing
to
away
see
a
it.
bag into an alley. In the bag is our main character, Victoria, played by Francesca Hayward. And yes,
Oh,
it's
no,
actually our main character.
Saber
We follow
Sparks.
her the entire movie.
I saw Cats this morning, so I saw it later than everybody else. I wasn't able to go to the press screening. There was one press screening because it was, as we know, the story is that Tom Hooper was working on it until very, very late in the day. So I also haven't seen the stage musical. So this is, I think, correct. So screen adaptation of the hit stage musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber, which itself was adapted from T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, which I haven't read. Never saw the stage show.
Coming in completely
The only tune I know
clean.
from the musical is Memories, because there was a hit single of that.
Same
as far as
here.
I understand, the stage show began as a song cycle with Andrew Lloyd Webber putting music to Eliot's words. Then Trevor Nunn and Gillian Lynn, the choreographer, were brought on
Same
board
here,
to turn
Nami.
it into a musical. And I looked up the synopsis of the musical on Wiki, which says the story of a tribe of cats called the Jellicles, and the night they make the Jellicle choice, deciding which cat will ascend to the Heaviside layer and come back to a new life. Fourth longest running show on Broadway, sixth longest in the West End. And Tom Hooper's previous credits obviously include Les Miserables in his orchestra, which again he successfully transferred from the stage show to the film after it had been a fantastically, it still is, isn't it? A fantastically long running stage show. For Cats, he's enlisted Lee Hall, whose credits include Billy Elliot and Rocketman, rounded up an all-star cast,
Rocketman
including
is
Judi
fantastic.
Dench, Idris Elba, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Hudson, Ian McKellen, Rebel Wilson, James Corden, and much, much more. The format of the film is that it uses live action performances to whom, through the miracle of CG, a sort of a sheen of cat-like fur and slightly changed appearances.
Calm down.
The reviews for Cats were embargoed until yesterday, which is often a bad sign. And when the reviews came out, it was evident that the embargo had anticipated the reviews. It is one of the worst reviewed films I've seen recently. Variety says one of those once-in-a-blue-moon embarrassments that mars the resumes of great actors and trips up the careers of promising newcomers. The Guardian called it a dreadful hairball of woe. Rolling Stone called it the worst movie not only of 2019 but probably the decade. And Tim Roby gave it 0 stars in the Telegraph. So
it's the first time they've done no stars.
So I went in knowing that was the critical reaction and not having seen it. I want to find the stuff that's good, because I know you can't accuse critics of piling in on top of each other, because all the reviews came out at the same time. It wasn't that somebody led the charge, and suddenly because all the reviews were embargoed. So first thing to say is that although they don't tickle my ear at all, the songs are clearly timeless. This has a new song, also Beautiful Ghost by Lloyd Webber and Taylor Swift. The songs have worked on stage.
Says, you should check out Everything Wrong with Cats by Cinema Wins.
Wouldn't it be everything great if it's Cinema Wins? We gotta do our Sins Wins thing again.
Definitely.
Each for audiences for a huge amount of time. So although they're not for me, they don't work for me. I don't hear the joy in them. They are clearly indestructible songs. There are a couple of moments in the film in which it kind of almost worked. Ian McKellen as the theatrical cat and Judi Dench as the sort of the overlord cat, supposed to get to make the Jellicle choice. There's a couple of moments that their performances worked. And they worked because of things that they did physically, not what was done with CG, that they did, themselves in their performances. I mean, Ian McKellen's theatrical cat, he's playing some old theatrical lovey.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not a million miles away from what he might do anyway. For the most part, however,
I was just trying to adjust to the way it looked. The trailer, as everyone remembers, looked horrifying. And I do think the designs have been softened since then. I know there have been reports in the paper about them going back and sort of rethinking the way it looked after that response to the trailer. The main problem with the film, however, is it's like The Lion King, okay? The Lion King makes sense as a cartoon animation. The Lion King on stage makes sense as performers, mime artists wearing things that signify animals, or Warhorse makes sense on stage with a puppet horse. Lion King doesn't make sense when you do a photorealist version of it, which just makes you think, well, why are you doing this? Because it's so weird and so out. It just doesn't make any sense with the narrative. Now, looking at the stage show images, I can see that when they did it on stage, there was performers in costumes, but they're performers in costumes, rather than trying to replicate something that's got a kind of weird organic reality. The CG in this covers the performers in a weird layer of CG fur and hair.
Yep.
And what it does is it actually creates completely the opposite effect of what I think it's intended to do. I think they looked at it and thought, the best costume will be a digital costume. But actually what the digital costume does is, it, rather than looking in any way real, it looks completely unreal and completely bafflingly distracting. So you never settle to looking at performers with costumes.
Fair.
You just spend your whole time looking at them thinking, I cannot figure out what that CG is trying to do. It's creating this weird hybrid. It's not even uncanny valley. It's like awkward corner or bewildering basement. It's so bizarre. And we know from the reports that Hooper himself said he was fiddling with shots right up until the very last moment. It really is like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. No amount of changing individual shots in Cats would solve the problem, because the problem is that the whole principle of the look is so misguided that you can't get to a happy conclusion from where you are. It's like the REM thing. You can't get there from here. I know that there was, because it qualified for I think for some awards, for Golden Globes, and obviously it's only been finished fairly recently. I kind of wish that I'd seen it in an unfinished version without the CG, because I think it would have worked better for me if I'd just seen people in leotards than in this bizarre, CG costuming.
It could have been fine.
Firstly, okay. The editing
Corey,
is all over
this
the
is
place.
like the 5th video we've just watched.
Some of the choreography is fine, obviously, because it's well choreographed show, but you can't really see it. There's a tap dancing number in which it just looks like somebody collapsed onto the editing machine and hit random cut.
No,
Wait
a second. You talking about Shimble Shake the Railway Cat? Nah, you can see everything. There's shots where they zoom into his feet and his feet only. There's no CGI there. There's no pause or anything. It's cool. I told you to take this one away.
DA.
We had this discussion. You know how it is with me. Once the stream is over, I don't remember.
What talking about, but thanks for the tip.
Okay. But I disagree with it. Thank you for the super chat. Largely disagree with this.
Completely weird. The size of the characters seems to change size and shape from one shot to the next. Sometimes they look like monkeys, sometimes they look like mice. Crucially, they never look like cats. And weirdly enough, for something which is called Cats, it's the least feline thing I have ever seen. I didn't laugh. I didn't cry, even during memory, and I'm easy to make cry. And I was quite often bored, although it is quite short. So I think that although in the middle of kind of people now, there's almost like a competition of who can say the meanest thing about it. I think it's misconceived from the outset. The idea of trying to do those characters with the weird CG physical hybrid is a complete mistake, and it doesn't matter how much you fiddle with the shots, it's a complete mistake. Secondly, it doesn't do its cast any favours, and many of them are, putting the hours in, but it doesn't do them any favours. Thirdly,
that's fair.
I think we have to start accepting at this point that Hooper actually isn't that good of a director, or at least he's not good enough to pull off something so audacious. In order to have pulled this off, you'd have to be Cronenberg, you'd have to be Lynch, you'd have to be...
That's fair.
You'd have to be somebody who was really far out there to make it work. And I think he's just kind of not. I think he's just kind of quite average. The reviews have been terrible, but hey, I'm also conscious of the fact that so were the reviews for Greatest Showman and Last Christmas, and I'm aware of the fact that I was one of the people who gave Greatest Showman a terrible review, and I must accept that if you love the musical and if you love the songs, then it's possible that I think the film may well take money, or take enough money to wash its face, no pun intended, incidentally. But the honest truth of it is this: the problem with the film is that it shouldn't exist in the form that it does. And there's no single thing that would have solved it. It's so misconceived at the beginning that everything else is just, it's like moving the litter around in the litter tray. It's not going to solve the issue that you're going to have to just clean the litter tray.
All right, it's like this.
True.
I'm coming down with a cold. I'm trying to save my voice because, you know, I have a pretty big spoiler video to do this weekend that I would have done today, that I planned on doing today, but I totally forgot I had to see Cats. So I'm trying to...
I never understand. You have a 6 minutes and 42-second video, and you started off with talking about something that's not related to the movie. It's so short, but you're spending time with something not about existing is a crime.
Serve my voice, low energy. Point is, all right, let's just talk about this monstrosity. Let's do it. Cats. I even made the clause. So Cats is an on-screen adaptation of the play, as I understand. I'll be honest with you, I've never seen the play. The most I know
haven't either. Yeah, we don't need this.
About the Cats musical, the play, is from Team America World Police. And the trailer came out, and people were like, that looks like the thing of nightmares. And I was like, well, hey, maybe the movie's good. Maybe. I didn't talk about the trailer because I was like, hey, let's give it a shot. Well, you know, when the internet's right, it's right. So this is the part where I basically break down the plot of Cats. And if it had one, I totally would, right here. But it just kind of doesn't.
It does have a plot.
There's this new cat. She's thrown into this alley. And from there, anytime there is a new cat, there's a musical number. Or anytime a cat wants to talk about how their life is in general, how cool it is, or bad, musical number. And that just kind of happens throughout the movie. That's the movie Cats. That's it. For the first hour and a half, I was like, so there's just no plot to Cats. And if the play is the same way, that's
what do people think plot means?
Yeah.
Because there is a plot. There is a goal that is being done for the thing. Even when we meet the cats and they're doing their performances, he's already saying, do you want to see one of the practices or whatever he says? So we know these cats are practicing. When the James Corden cat is trying to get pushed up onto the thing, the cat that jumps has like a pillar or something or a weight to help offset that, and it's just not enough, and he knows it's not enough. So that would be ironed out for the time the ball came, and he would have at least one more cat so he can get over it and it doesn't hit his nuts. It's so easy to see what's going on here and what will come of these performances when it comes to the ball, which is the overarching thing of the ball is done so they can sing about their song, say what they do, say what they are, and then old Deuteronomy makes the choice of who the Jellicle Cat is, and they get sent. It's easy to see the plot.
8 out of 10.
I never once said that number.
Not everything translates well to film. I'm just saying. Like when you're there in person watching a musical.
No, this would have translated well to film if it was the leotard thing, if you wanted to go with the live action. Because the Uncanny Valley thing is really the offset, the off-putting part of it. Or if you make it a cartoon.
Yeah. You need to go all the way or you need to go half the way. You can't just go this weird middle ground. Not half the way, but like people with leotards use your imagination.
Yes. It needs to be clear costumes or not live action.
Bro, because I don't give a fuck. It's cartoons.
Because it's cartoons.
Production, when the sets are grand, the costumes are extravagant, the dance choreography is just unedited dance choreography. It's like a celebration of the human form. That can be enough. That's impressive when you're there in person because it's bigger than a lot of things you usually see. On film, yeah, we've seen some shit. This is not nearly that.
That's a fair criticism that it would feel bigger on stage because you're there in person as opposed to film where you get this chance to cut and you know they're doing the best take of this thing.
That's a fair criticism.
Impressive thing we've seen. Not that the music wasn't catchy or the dancing kind of entertaining, but I think it would have been better if the dance numbers were just one shot unedited. Like if they filmed it like 1917, just made it look like it was all one shot, then that would be like, oh, that's actually why the dance numbers in person are impressive. Movie would have been a lot more impressive because it would have felt more like you were there. So the movie just wants to hang its hat on the fact that this is the most impressive dance choreography and music.
Nami, of all the musicals I would go see to stage, why would Cats be the one?
Numbers you'll ever see in a movie? The cat CGI blending of the people and making them look like cats. I mean, that was actually pretty impressive until I noticed their feet because, you know, it's a musical number. So I was like, all right, in the words of the great Captain Jack Sparrow.
How's your footwork?
So I was like, all right, how is the footwork? And I noticed their feet. you could clearly tell in quite a few scenes it was CGI and it looked like their feet were floating about half an inch above the ground. If you're not looking at their feet, if you're not looking for it, you won't notice it. But once you notice it, you can't unnotice
I'll
it.
look
Just
at
be warned
my
about that
next
if all 5 of you that are gonna go see Cats this weekend see Cats. And the movie has weird tone too. Like I mean, obviously there's gonna be an element of whimsy and fun in it. And then you meet Rebel Wilson and you're like, all right, so it's a comedy. And then you meet Judi Dench and she's Judi Denching the scene up, man. She's doing what Judi Dench does. She's M the cat. There's Idris Elba.
I think you can have multiple tones in a film,
especially when you're just talking about the characters as opposed to the tone of the film itself.
Yeah, and it's a play. It's multiple. It's a lot of different characters. I think it's fine to have a different tone.
Liked Idris Elba.
We're ignoring the feet.
He felt like a villain from a play. Like he was in a play, which I suppose the movie's kind of trying to feel like, but kind of not. Point is, he was the only one that felt like he had the proper amount of whimsy that mixed with the movie itself. But these severe tonal shifts in between the characters kind of makes me feel like what dawned on me about halfway through this movie. And that is, I feel like they were like, all right, hey.
Says, how many people are better than Stuckman? 2, 3.
Everyone.
No. Boomer Man was not better.
But Boomer Man, he had his own issues.
I will say Boomer Man was not better.
You, big actor that we're going to have in this scene, hey, Sir Ian McKellen, yeah, you're just going to do one thing for this scene. It's like a lot of people were just in a scene or two, and they probably didn't know what the rest of the movie was like. But really, it did feel like all right, let's film this musical number. Let's film this musical number.
Pause.
Let's film this musical number.
The interview with Simba Shanks the Railway Cat, he did say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt. That's why I was like, why is Ian McKellen here? Considering, unless it was one of those things where everybody was there that day or most of the people there were that, because it does feel like it would be a lot of, I'm in this scene, you're going to green screen me, and that's going to be the end of it.
No, there's a clear delineation between outside of the Jellicle Ball and the inside of the Jellicle Ball, because it's just one place you can just bring people in, all this stuff.
Stitch it together. Make a plot. I don't care. There is a plot that starts rearing its head in the last about half hour in the movie. By then it's far too late. Like, who cares? You know, like after you've just been there like this, like, oh my God, when does this end? For an hour and a half, you don't really care about the last half hour of a movie. And when I say that the cats look like the thing of nightmares, they very much kind of did. And sometimes it's fine. Other times it comes across as a little more unsettling than the tunnel ride in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Guys, Cats, it's a testament to not everything should be translated to film. It's like Hollywood has this mindset that like everything needs to become a movie. Not every book can easily become a movie. Not every video game can easily become a movie.
But it can if you do it in the correct medium of film. I think Cats would have worked as a actual cartoon.
Have it be a cartoon. Flesh out the plot a little bit more. Don't just say this is the Jellicle Ball. Explain that. Give a reborn cat to tell exactly what happens when you go up there.
Yes.
Something. Give somebody just like, this is my I've been trying this for 6 years. This is my last time. I'm just gonna give up. You can make a story out of this. As opposed to just
Asparagus' last chance. He knows he's not going to make it to the next one. So now you've got to go, should we give it to Asparagus? Because we know he's done so. Or this truly deserving second chance cat?
Easily become a movie. Sometimes these stories of entertainment are in the proper form of media. They're exactly where they need to be. Because stitching together a bunch of song and dance numbers in which an hour and a half into a 2-hour movie, you're like, there is no plot. It just doesn't work. It didn't work for me. So I'm gonna rate this up, but before I do, time to thank the sponsor in a segment that was obviously filmed a couple days ago.
He said quite a lot though. I'll say that.
For sure.
Wasn't the best, but
Racketeering-Rat
he said some stuff.
Funny how this stream turned from a revisited to a glorified advertisement for dead channels.
Leave him alone.
I don't think his channel's dead. I'm sure it's good. 2 mil, I'm sure it's good. The ones that are dead, they're sad though, because those were some good videos.
Hey folks, how's it going? I'm doing a very fast review here for Cats. I actually am like running out the door here to do Christmas stuff, very busy, but I had to go out and see Cats. It's something where I remember seeing the trailers for it and I thought, okay, you know, this looks really weird. It looks insane, but it might be a good kind of weird. And I also thought that maybe I shouldn't review this because it's not technically full-on animation, but then I thought, Okay, as we all know, this is a bit on brand for my channel, so why the hell not? So, yes, Cats. Oh my god. I saw all the reviews and how folks are saying it is looking into the eye of terror and of Uncanny Valley. And that's so true. So, I went to go see the movie. I was by myself. There were like 4 other folks in the back of the theater. And when the movie started, I immediately felt this uneasy tension in my body.
And I understand that because I was the exact same. I remember just as it was going on with the Jellicle song, I was just like, for an hour and a half? This? I was, oh no!
Nervously laugh. And that's not a joke. I was sitting there laughing to myself for like the first half of the movie, just from how bizarre it was. So remember that one film I reviewed called Let's Go Ape? It reminds me a bit of that in the movement and the way that the bodies look with their fur. Even though some of these characters are cats who have fur, but are also wearing fur coats.
Shut the up about the fur coats. It's fine.
Disagree.
Fur, but are also wearing fur coats. Okay. I also had a problem where the music, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bad at this, but I couldn't really understand the words. Like the first few songs, I'm trying so hard to like listen to the lyrics, but I kept getting lost. I don't know, maybe it's me. Then you got the characters and the way they actually look, where it's like this weird, like anthropomorphic, half human, half cat thing going on. They got their ears and their tails and their furry bodies. And though there were some real weird visual errors in this movie where you'll see like things not really sync up visually.
Yes.
Like some of the characters are missing.
Yes, they are.
Parts of their body. I know it sounds weird. I'll have to like find a reel and like highlight it and circle it, or the way the faces don't really stick properly. I don't know. There were just some moments where it just seemed off. The visual effects were off. I know that there was this thing about how they're going to take the movie and update it and release a better version of it, which sounds just ludicrous. It's like, what are you talking about? It's a movie. It's out there. You can't just take it back. What do you think you are, Sonic? So the characters, you got Rebel Wilson's in there, Ian McKellen. When I saw Ian McKellen as a cat, I went out loud to myself. I said, what did they do to Gandalf? I wasn't out loud shout that in the theater, but I out loud thought it in my head. Because it's like, Gandalf, what happened to you? What did the One Ring of Power corrupt you? Why are you a furry? And then you've got just this ensemble of very weird, weird characters, and Idris Elba with his cat meow disappearing powers. And it's just so weird. This movie's weird. I felt like this uncomfortable tension. But
yeah, and something like that where it's just unexplained magic. That could be these are people.
Oh, it probably played too long. Just waiting for it to catch up.
But these are people. Have it be like once you get reincarnated, you explain yourself, you baby. You lose your memories, but you gain something. And these two gained magical powers.
Was never at the point where I thought the movie was necessarily bad. It's just weird. And I guess
Big ups.
And okay, so there are parts where I guess you can call it bad, where I'm not sure what they're trying to do in certain parts, where it's like, what story are we trying to tell here? You're just doing a roll call where it's like, here's this cat, there's that cat, here's this cat. And then we get to the Jellicle ball, I suppose. I don't know. It's so weird. But out of all of the things that bothered me, the mice, oh my gosh, those guys were Uncanny Valley as hell.
The mice cut them all.
They were really bad. And then they come back at the end with Mr. Mustafa. Why? Why are we doing this?
I think it needed to explain the magic. There are 2 magical cats.
Only 2.
And they're doing teleportation and flying and all these things. I think we should have an explanation.
If nothing else, just to say why these 2 get it.
Yes.
Because it seemed like McCavity lost his because the moon was gone. If it only happened during the moon. If everybody got a little bit of some power.
Yes, and some people are just stronger based upon their desire to be the Jellicle cat.
And some people have magic because that's what they believe will allow them to be the Jellicle cat. The point is, it's explained.
Better than nothing, man. I don't know. I'm probably the strongest soldier for cats. Explain the magic.
Hell. Like, it reminded me so much of like the faces of Tweedledee and Tweedledum from like the Alice in Wonderland remake.
That's very appropriate.
Makes or the live action versions of them, and super uncanny. I was just kind of like I was put off. I was like it repulsed
That's a
me.
fine reaction.
It was disgusting looking.
Yes,
with these little kid faces over these little plump mice bodies.
That's a fine reaction to have.
And honest to God, I wish I could go more into it, but I have to like run right now. But maybe I can double back on this topic in the future. But for what it's worth,
no need.
Yeah, you got it.
I see this movie again, not necessarily as it's not like straight up garbage. Like, oh wow, this is a very awful movie and it's unbearable. This movie is, and I've heard other folks throw this word around, it's an experience. This film is like a rite of passage
I think that's it.
into the realm of madness that is movie theater.
Curtain down.
Yeah, curtain down. Cats.
Cats.
We all changed our mind. I saw somebody earlier. I can't remember who it was. They were like, "Hey, DA, write the Cats songs."
I don't think anybody said that ever.
I remember seeing it. Don't bother looking. So we got number 1, Skimbleshanks. 2, Beautiful Ghosts. Old Deuteronomy. Mongol Jerry and Rumple Teaser. Grisabella the Glamour Cat. Mr. Mistopheles. The Jellicle Songs, the first song. Gus the Theater Cat. The Rum Tum Tugger. Bustopher Jones. McCavity. Memories. Jenny Any Dots and the Dressing of the Cats. That is my list, and it is an objective list. DA, how do you see the good in something so butt cheeks? Calm down. Wouldn't the bad ruin the favorite parts of your movie? No. It is a sliding scale.
At Nomithgoat,
There's a lot more good than bad.
BG, rank yours now.
Impossible. Beautiful Ghosts. Every other song. That last song.
Skimbleshanks, the Railway Cat. You ain't feel nothing.
Ghost.
You ain't feel
every
nothing
other song.
When that boy started
bottom
tapping
of the
into a
list.
different dimension.
Third and last song.
It's too late. I've already ranked them. Worst and best character. Worst is Jenny Any Dots. Best character, Skimbleshanks. Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. People were hyped up about him.
I like Victoria.
Victoria's, yep. Beautiful Ghosts. It's a very, very good song. That's my list. Skimbleshanks, even back when we first saw it, where it is just, I was just sitting there just going, this is a nightmare and half of our brothers are asleep. Skimbleshanks got me. I'm like, hey, terrible. But that cat on the train, he was killing it.
Hey DA, don't rank the cat song. Thank you for the super chat. Hope.
Too late. I already ranked it, and it's subjective.
And I have also ranked it.
Crazy.
Beautiful Ghost.
Crazy.
Every other song.
Crazy.
That last song.
Crazy.
I have not read the Skybound Cat. I don't know how you expect me to read that. Read all of Black Clover or most of Black Clover, like 170 chapters of Black Clover, and watch all of Ruby for this. And then we gotta go right into Naruto.
Cats.
No.
Hooray.
No. Cats. I would love to send DA to therapy, period.
For what? I think it's perfectly fine to like a bad movie, recognize its faults, and still put it in the top 5 movies you've ever seen.
It's the craziest thing when you're going, it's because of the Jellicle Moon, and you refuse to do that with something like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer.
I would need an example of something that I wouldn't be willing to accept there without an explanation.
All Might using all the kids' abilities.
I accept that. That's just bad.
No, you do not accept it. Nope. Not from the rants I heard.
Nope. I 100% accept it. He got the money. It just doesn't make sense that he would use the kids' power when he doesn't have it really seen. There's nothing. There's nothing that doesn't make sense there logically within the story. He has a lot of money. That costs a lot of money. He modeled it after his students. That doesn't make sense. But you could be like, he's a teacher, he wanted the next generation, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing that you logically just like, this can't happen in this story.
At J-T3E2Y says, DA accepts Cats but doesn't accept Pigman.
Well, why would I accept Pigman?
But here's the thing. You said there's nothing there that doesn't logically make sense. Your thing was, it's the Jellicle Moon because she said it was the Jellicle Moon.
And they showed it was the Jellicle Moon.
I don't think they really
They showed the rays of light shining down.
And what's that supposed to mean?
The Jellicle Moon is shining bright. That is a literal thing, lyric. There it is. There it is.
Any card from a pack.
And before that. That's good. We'll shake your room again. Before that. Go back about 8 minutes.
To see me make the Jellicle choice.
Yeah, beautiful ghost. Do you see the moon shining?
This is
Do you see BG? I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question,
I'm
BG.
trying to answer it. I don't know if that's moonlight or like stage light.
Go back. Go back. Oh, what is she looking up to? No, go.
Oh,
no. You need the lyrics. You need the lyrics. You need the lyrics. Go back, BG. BG, go back.
Oh my God.
Whatever, it's fine. It's cat stuff. The Jellicle Moon is shining bright. And what are they looking up to?
Of course they're gonna look at the moon.
Yes, because it's shining bright.
And I don't know if those on the sides are moonlight, is my point.
When she go, oh, what is that?
No,
BG?
right in the center. Okay,
I don't know. BG?
Yes, right in the center. I don't know if those on the sides are stage light.
It don't have to all be moonlight, but the Jellicle Moon is shining bright.
And what does that entail?
Jellicleness.
That's what I'm talking about right there. The entailing of it was jellicleness.
No, that was not what you said. I don't even know if the moon is shining.
Yeah, okay.
It is now
With that
shining.
part. Yes,
so
it is.
So now it is the Jellicle Moon is shining.
Yes.
What is she trying to be? She's trying to be a Jellicle. What are all of them? Jellicle. So the Jellicle Moon brings down the Jellicle rays, which imbues you with Jellicleness. And it makes you dance.
You have to understand. This is exactly how people argue Demon Slayers.
Disprove it.
That's exactly what mothers say.
They don't say that.
Triggered has never once said.
That's Triggered. He's stupid.
Dumb Artist has never once said.
Again, he's equally stupid. I'm just saying. They say the lyrics. The moon. They look at the moon. The moon comes into frame. And you gonna try to question? I watched this movie 40 times.
That's fair. As I barely watched
you skimming minutes. I'm like, what is he doing? It's like 8 minutes before this.
I
I would.
What is he doing? Trying to find the scene. I know the rough area of where it is. How dare he is? It's at 57.23. How dare he not know that? Sorry. Yeah, no, any amount of times is crazy. This is my third time watching Cats. That's crazy to me.
I don't think so.
This will be DA's like fourth time this quarter watching it.
I watch this movie a lot. It's a watchable movie. It's really good. And everybody agreed.
I don't think a single person agreed.
There's so many people. There's so many people. There's so many good songs.
So many is a lot of good songs.
It's a good one. And everybody
it's a handful of average songs.
That's crazy. They're bangers.
With one banger and one stinker.
That's crazy. All right, that's it. Cats Day. Hooray!
Yes, Naruto, because reasons in the big 2026. Probably like April-ish.
Who knows?
Don't think of it for quarter one. We'll put it like that.
Yeah.
DA, quarter one, quarter two?
Oh, for the thing. I'm finishing up some art.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do my ship. I want to. But I've been looking over the script, and I'm like,
pretty solid.
No,
need some work.
Yes.
8th draft.
Crazy. But yeah,
DSP request month. We're gonna start a thread. Is that how we did it last year?
Yeah, I think
In
we
the
started a
Discord?
thread in the Discord.
Yeah, so throw in some things.
Are we doing Phil for Christmas, or we could do the other Naruto for Christmas?
We'll talk about it.
We say that, and then this is the third we'll talk about it, where we've not talked about it. And then it's going to be Christmas Eve, and we're going to talk about it then, and then we're going to decide, and then I'm going to put up the thing.
Yep.
Mark has made some good videos. Unless it's Punished Mark, he has not made a good video. Punished Mark is what I need.
Yeah. This week.
Oh,
Are we doing Ruby or Black Clover for the actual video?
I think there's quite a few people that want to see the Ruby thing live, so it'll probably be the Black Clover.
Bing, bang, boom.
Because I don't think people care as much about not and engaging with the Ruby, with the Black Clover than they do with the Ruby one. So the regular video will be the Black Clover, and that'll be the 2-parter, and then we'll do the Ruby live
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
Maybe
2 to
if
3
we
weeks.
decide, because we might do DSP on Christmas and then Ruby next week, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Yeah, boy.
No Goku T23 month. No Cast month. No Mark month.
This was Cast month.
This was basically all the worthwhile Cast videos.
There was a couple more, but
what more could you do?
They were longer form, going step by step. There's one of them that's Cats is worse than you. And they talk about how the music is really bad and how it doesn't
Ooh,
work
that sounds
compared
good.
to. That was a very, very good video.
Okay. There were 2 great videos here. There was one great video and one video that I wish that person had went on to create more, because I feel like they could have done even more with their stuff. Dritz month? No. He's not doing a Wano video, is he?
Nope. He might be, but it might just be on the back burner and always there in the back.
He'll shadow drop it like, here's the one, and it's 7 hours long.
Stuckman was the worst.
Yes, Stuckman was the worst. The Uncanny Valley dude was the best. Oh, Cats is good actually. Where was it? This guy was a banger.
All right, that's it.
Yep.
DSP.
Yep.
Hooray.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do a background for Cats, but we'll also have the new background for Viewer Request Month on the next thing we do. Because Cats isn't worth it.
All right, calm down.
I also gotta remember to adjust the CSS, because clearly they changed something with YouTube, so it's asking you to sign in right down here when it didn't used to do that. So they probably separated a block somewhere. But that's nothing you guys care about. Bye.